We live, y'all.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, before we get started, you know, Wadam means turn the face to east. I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, HaKadosh.
Double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone who rule well and taught us the truth according to the Bible. The Shalom to the brothers out there that the full comes earth, pushing this word on righteousness and sincerity unto the elect. You know, we come out here to profess the names of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Yahweh being the true name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shai being the true name who the world need calls Jesus Christ. Unto you Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and the Israelite foreigners that look like the other heathen nations, but line and lineage go back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You know, to you, you know, this is the word is preached unto you. All right. But today we're gonna get into start off with the second Ezra chapter 15. All right, we'll start at verse 1, then jump down to you know, however the spirit roll. You know, we're in a time of Jacob's trouble, man, where you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans getting jacked up by ICE, which is nothing but the task force of Nero 47, man, aka Donald Trump. Okay, so we start off with the second Ezra, brother.
Yep, this the book of second Ezra chapter 15 and verse 1. It says, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy.
Yeah, it says, speak thou in the ears of my people. Okay, the words of prophecy. So this is a possessive statement. The Lord is talking about his people, which is so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay, the words of prophecy, the words of the future. All right, because everything that's happening right now amongst our people, our apostles and elders, they're elders, okay, and men are down like us. We've told you before these things was going to happen years ago, okay, that somehow, some way, that these things, you know, martial law is going to be enacted. All right, we're seeing how close that's getting with the Insurrection Act, okay, all right, how these troops are going to be coming in, kicking your doors, taking your children, taking your wives, put you in concentration camps, because that's happening right now too. Brother put in the chat where there was an Irishman, you know, saying what was going on in those concentration camps, that they were not only killing people in those concentration camps, but barely feeding them, starving them out, you know, not letting them outside. So it's worse than prison.
Yeah, I heard they signing their own warrants now.
Oh shit!
Not by a judge, so that's like a Fourth Amendment, right?
Yeah.
Fourth Amendment violations, First Amendment.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I heard. They signing their own warrants.
That's crazy.
They bypassing the Constitution.
God.
That proves that we're not under Esau. He just make it like he came to America to create a freedom of religion. That was all bullshit. They came to worship Satan.
That's right.
They go back to the founding fathers. They were into the Satanism, Masonry and all that. They was into Satanism. So they came to America to worship Satan more freely.
Where's that?
Go ahead.
It's Revelation 19 verse 10. It says, I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, see thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahweh Shai. Worship the Heavenly Father, for the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy.
So how you know a man has the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai is if he's going into prophecy. Because most of these camps they don't do.
Yeah, and the N-words is getting their heads knocked up with the getting smacked around by ICE.
Yeah.
They don't care about the word either.
Yeah. Well,
That's why the Lord fucking their ass up.
Yeah, matter of fact, brother, get Psalms 1 and 1 real fast. You know, we're finding out who, as the Lord said,
and they worship Satan too.
Oh yeah, all them damn idols and shit that be got in the crib and shit.
Oh, even if they didn't have them, they would come past us and just cuss us the fuck out. Where the devil at? Get the fucking devil. Get the devil out of this. Get the Satan out of there.
Yeah,
that's who they worship. Northern Kingdom and the Southern Kingdom.
Damn.
That's who they worship.
Right here.
That's why Trump is fucking their ass up.
That's right.
All right.
And get Ezekiel.
They get dragged off. His family's getting split up. It's bringing back what they did in 1492. It's just a lighter hand now. Right now they're going through. This is light work what was happening there though. They're just getting smacked around and transported.
Yep.
That's all. They're
gonna
start bringing it back to 1492.
That's right.
Spanish Inquisition, shit like that. All right, go do some research on that. So, and they worship this guy, so they can all go fuck themselves too, because they're Satan, they're Antichrist.
That's right.
2/3 of Israel are Antichrist. All right.
That's right.
So they getting deported. They them Somalis too. They doing the scamming shit. Doing the scamming. They did allegedly, the daycare scamming. Yeah, they worship either Islam. I think they're into Islam, right?
Yep.
That's Satanism too.
Yep.
We don't have an Mohammedan sign up here or nothing like that. We gotta get a Mohammedan sign, but that's going to offend the N-words. So you know. We got the sign with the
idols.
Yeah, I sign with that. Yeah, but they worship Satan. You know, let's remember that. All the suffering they're going through, they're worshiping this guy. All right.
Yep.
So always keep that in the front of your mind. You see them get smacked with a damn nightstick, whatever the hell they're using, mace and pepper spray. They worship this guy. Their spirit is in sync with this guy.
Yeah, that's
All
right.
In sync. I mean, it's in sync. It says Israel is servant. Is he a homeborn slave? Apparently, that's what it seems like.
Yeah.
Because this guy's their God. All right.
Right.
So when they get deported, you start selling drugs. You get deported back to Dominican Republic. Why you selling fucking drugs? You're Satan, and then you worship this guy too.
That's right.
All right. Then you get a chance to come back, and then you fuck it up again.
Yeah, because they say Ephraim is joined unto idols.
Yeah.
So they do everything in the name of basically, you know, JC.
Yeah.
You know,
Jesus Christ.
Can I get another precept real quick?
real fast. Can you get the Jeremiah real fast?
Yeah, I got it. Jeremiah 11:11. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, behold, I will bring evil upon them, which
Right.
they shall not be able to escape.
Yeah, and they're not gonna be able to escape. We're seeing that now. We were just talking about, you know, in Camden, which is right across the bridge from us. Okay, that you had Issachar in the Northern Kingdom running the children. All right, ICE is pulling up to the bus stops to get the children, and the children are running, and they saying, "Quarter, ICE." It's all on video. I'm like, God damn. And stuff. Hey, man. You know, but it shows forth. The brother has the sign up here. You know, if they will come to the humility of their mind and accept that so-called Jesus Christ, that's not his true name. His true name is Yahweh Shai, was a so-called black man, okay, and accepted that, you know, you never, you know, because you got a lot of so-called Latinos, man. They see this image and they frown, man. They said, "Oh, the Lord can never be a nigga," you know. He could never be that because that's not pure.
Chocolate.
You know, he never could be chocolate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they think that to be the worst thing ever. Look at the way Simeon looks at Levi. You know, mind you, Levi is accepting of Simeon, but Simeon fucking hates Levi, man. All because what, they look darker, man. You know, so when they see this sign, you know, they turn up their faces and all that. Guess what? The Lord marked your ass, and now you're getting hindered by ICE, man. You know, the Lord said what? Read that scripture one more time. Start from the top.
Jeremiah 11:11. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, behold, I will bring evil upon them.
Matter of fact, start at 9.
Verse 9. And the Lord said unto me, a conspiracy is found among the men of Judah and among the inhabitants of Jerusalem.
That's right.
They are turned back to the iniquities of their forefathers.
Yeah, they've turned back into the iniquities, the sin upon sin upon sin, all right, of their forefathers. The scriptures tell our people are laden with iniquity, you know, heavily laden, okay? You know, you go to the Central and South America, they worship all types of gods, man. You know, that the whole carnival thing, man.
Oh yeah, the Mardi Gras.
Yeah, whether the Mardi Gras, the carnival, whether it's in the Caribbean or whether it's in Central or South America, you know, going to Brazil, they got that shit too. All the types of gods that they worship, man. Okay, the Lord is not pleased with that. That's why the Lord had a bunch of them come up to America, because America is the place of slaughter. Okay, our people don't realize that they think this is a land of opportunity, and yeah, you can get a job, but guess what? You go be fucking destroyed here. You know, if you're not of the elect of the nation of Israel. Keep on reading out.
Yep. Jeremiah 11:10. They are turned back to the iniquities of their forefathers, which refuse to hear my words.
So these are the same individuals that were doing it in Israel, because reincarnation is in the Bible. Okay, they're doing the same shit they were doing in the wilderness, man. You know, all into all types of God, building golden calves and shit, witchcraft. You know, our people are into the bullshit, man.
Yeah, and it's not our job to save them either.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, if we see ICE taking somebody, it's not our job to be, you know,
Trying to
intervene.
Yeah.
You know, with law enforcement or federal law enforcement, local law enforcement. That's not our job.
Yeah.
But remember, they don't give a fuck about us anyway.
That's right.
All right.
That's right.
So the heretic after the first and second admonition reject.
That's right.
And they don't even have to say nothing. They can just go by and look. You know, I know what the hell you thinking in your mind. These crazy ass N-words. They think the Lord is so black.
Yeah, and then when you tell them what's in the Bible, they ask you, what Bible is that? It don't fucking matter what Bible it is, man. It's the Bible. So, well, I don't think that's in my Bible. Then you tell the nigga pull it up.
They don't got the balls to say that no more.
Yeah.
They don't. They just all the shit goes on. The whole ceremony going on in their mind, and they just move, just leave. They don't even say nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, they used to ask us questions like that. They don't even say that no more because they already know. They already know that it exists.
That's right.
But since they're unstudied, they may not know exactly where it is, but they already know it's in the scriptures. They don't give a fuck. All right.
That's right.
Well, the scriptures about Levi said I would reject from being priest unto me.
Yep.
All right.
That's right. Because
I was going to forget your children, roughly paraphrasing.
Because even
and that's what's happening. Lord looked like he forgot them. Like they letting Lord Yahushua letting them do whatever the fuck they want to him.
Yeah. Even
but it's for a period of time. Until time of Esau's judgment.
Time of Jacob's trouble. Grab that while the brother finish that off.
Yep. Jeremiah 11:10, they are turned back to the iniquities of their forefathers, which refused to hear my words, and they went after other gods to serve them.
That's right.
The house of Israel and the house of Judah have broken my covenant, which I made with their fathers.
Yeah, they broken the covenant, okay? And even though our people, so-called Latinos, because, going to that topic right now, okay, or the so-called Latinos, they came over unto the Americas, all right, and they tried to keep the laws and statutes commandments, but the Lord had them fall away still, Look at what the Issachar and Zebulon with the Mayans and Aztecs and all the bullshit that they were into, eating hearts and shit and different types of rituals that they learned from the Syrians.
Yep, tribal warfare. Well, first Judah and Ephraim clashed.
Yep.
Right? And then they split. Then they came over here and clashed.
Yep.
And then we went to West Africa. They was clashing too. Well,
our people just going the fuck off, man. And the Lord had all that culminate until this final moments, because this is the final countdown, man. The final showdown. The Lord bringing all the wicked of our people to America, so they can be fucking blasted off the goddamn face of the earth, man. Straight nuclear fucking fire, if he allows you to get to that, man. Because we're about to see a lot of heinous shit happen to the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American, man. For being just fucking niggas, man. And you came across this word, okay, because the Lord had you, hey, we are damn near every fucking state, man. Around the world, on the YouTube, on the streets of the internet, so to speak. You came across this word, whether it been English, Spanish, French, fucking sign language. Okay? You've heard this word. Okay? Keep on reading out.
Yep. Jeremiah 11:11, therefore, thus saith the Lord, behold, I will bring evil upon them.
Evil, bad times, man. Evil, straight wickedness upon you, man. Because you want to create, you want to do wickedness. That word vengeance goes into what? Evil done unto an individual for the evil that they have done. The Lord's going to bring vengeance upon you and spirits that have been created specifically to tear you a fucking part, man. All right? We're living in that time, like I said, you saw them kids running off the bus stop there, running for their lives. Fucking, ice. Don't know what the fuck's about to happen to them next. Their parents probably got caught the fuck up. They're trying to see if their parents home. It's about to be real grim for the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American, man. Okay? You got something? Come on, brother.
Isaiah chapter 1, verse 5. Why should ye be stricken anymore? Ye will revolt more and more.
Could you read a little bit up, brother?
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good one right there. One of my favorite. The Lord said, why should ye be stricken anymore? You fucking hard-headed, man. Here we are. The Lord has the men of the Lord out on the highways and byways. We're willing to teach. Yeah. If Jake come up humble, we gonna let him know what the real is. Yeah. That's our job. But like the elder brother said, man, they walk by with their nose up like they too good for the words of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, which is able to save your soul.
That's right. I'm sorry. Isaiah chapter 1, verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master crib.
And I always love that scripture because These are two animals that are stubborn as fuck.
Yeah.
If you ever been on a farm and dealt with these two particular animals, they're stubborn.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, you still be able to break them down and get them to do what they got to do.
Yeah.
Israel's worse than those animals, man. You know,
That's right.
stubborn as hell. You can put a foot in their ass and they still don't do what the hell they need to do. What's that? Can you get 2 Ezra 16 where it says that all these things shall come and they shall not turn from the wickedness. You know, all these perils, all these ass whoopings, you know, the plagues that the Lord's bringing is really supposed to have you turn from the wickedness, man.
Yeah.
You know, but our people continue in the wickedness. You know, yeah, we'll grab that before the brother gets that again because that's a beautiful scripture.
Yeah,
man. You know? I believe it should be around like 19 or 20.
Yeah, I got it. 2 Ezra 16, and I'll start at 18.
Right.
It says the beginning of sorrows and mournings, the beginning of famine and great death.
And we're in the beginning stages of that. You know, the grocery stores are looking real barren. You know, I go to Aldi. Aldi used to be fucking packed as shit, man. And now I'm like, damn, these fucking scarce. You know, we got a storm that might come again tomorrow. You know, who knows? Hey, Lord's will, that shit really do turn up because I'm tired of this shit, man. You know, but you know, hey, people go to the grocery stores and next thing you know, it's fucking barren land, man. No produce, no fucking eggs, no fucking milk.
It says it's gonna rain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Monday it might
2
snow.
Ezra 16 to 18. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death.
The beginning of famine and great deaths. And it's going to be concentrated on you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans because you're the chosen people. You're the one that's supposed to be right, man. All right? The so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American are supposed to be the examples on the earth on how to be righteous. But you got the 2/3 of our people that are, what they call hook, line, and sinker with Esau eating the so-called white man. You know? Taking their wickedness, you know, like I said, Jake being great is a blessing and a curse because now we're great at fucking wickedness, man. You know? Trying to outdo the wicked, man. You know?
Patriots, you got black patriots.
Yeah, black patriots. That's fucking nuts,
Yeah,
man.
they in there talking about the borders was opened up by Biden, and these guys are nothing but deadbeats and criminals, and they, you know, rapists and such. You know, and how, you know, they still pushing that "Make America Great Again."
Yeah.
You know, they got it. You know, different grassroots, you know, organizations that's pushing a lot of the jakes to get into the on the red, so-called, you know, bipartisan politics and such.
Yep.
To be against basically their own people.
Yeah, what's
Their
called
own neighbor.
FBA, the Foundation of Black Americans. Black Americans and shit. You know, they ain't nothing worse than a fucking coon ass nigga, man. You know, super coon. The wanna be a slave to master, man. That's the worst individual Jake you can come across. Look at Jesse, what's his name? Patterson? Peter Peterson. Fucking,
He's a sodomite though.
Fucking weird, man.
Yeah, he's a sodomite.
Shit. Fucking hate every time I see his face. I fucking like.
Yeah, you can't even take the dude seriously. He's a fucking joke. He's just a joke.
But you got individuals who are like that though, you know, are worse than him.
Well, you got the Officer Tatum dude. He's more.
Oh shit, yeah,
he's a better example. But yeah, Peterson, he's a joke. He's a clown.
Yeah. Oh man. But the Lord got those individuals like that for destruction, man. You know, some more that.
Yeah.
Well, they prime candidates for the implant, you know.
The dude that took the Neuralink, whatever, in the forehead, he looked like a damn a patriot motherfucker, man. There's a certain look in the scripture. There's a certain look you can see on a man. Just know what type of character he has. His moral character, man. You know.
Yep. 2 Ezra 16 and 18, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death.
That's right.
The beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils, what shall I do when these evils shall come?
That's how bad it's gonna get. Even Ezra's like, damn, how the hell am I gonna get out of it? Well, we know the answer is through Yahweh Bashimal Shai. Only way out. You know, we can't fight our way out of this, man. That's why, like the elder brother beautifully said, man, we're not intervening with fucking ICE. Don't go fuck with Ice BK said, man. We ain't fucking intervening.
Tazariak was alluding to he gonna stop some shit.
Yeah, you ain't gonna stop shit. The Lord
he has a weapon. I mean, that's the only way he gonna stop us with a damn weapon. Like a physical weapon.
Yeah.
I don't think he planned on doing that. So
No.
he's just talking shit.
You know, but they gonna use that clip, and they be like, see that the Hebrews,
federal law enforcement.
yeah, man. They got guns that you can't even fucking think about, man. Can't even pronounce.
They got people waiting, watching you, recording you that you can't even see. You about to say something?
Yeah, if I may say, look what they did over there in Venezuela. They went over there with some
20
dudes with some secret weapon, and they got that over here. Them MRAPs with the sonic boom on that shit. You done? What is the Black Panthers gonna do?
Either light or sound. They apparently disabled them with some shit.
Yeah,
you know, and they just
We're gonna need spiritual powers.
Yeah, bro.
We're gonna need a miracle, man.
You got this one Jake that's a sniper. He said he's never seen. It was Delta. He said he's Delta 6. He said he's never seen a man full sprint with a full rifle in his hand, and armor and gear, and pick off 20 men in a full fucking sprint.
It might be like the exoskeleton or like the Halo kind of systems or some shit. Or you could be doing drugs too. Both. Well, I think like the Halo suit. You
can put in the injection.
They gotta be on drugs. They gotta either wear those. They gotta be traumatized as children. Esau into that. He into taking children and like traumatizing them and then making them loyal to you.
They make them loyal soldiers and
shit. That's they get that from Eastern culture too. I believe Iranians are into that stuff.
Yeah, they got that movie called The Professional. Where the guy trained a girl to be an assassin. And plus Ice got immunity. They blew Seesaw head off and they blew Esau head off. So go ahead, Tazariak, can do what you feel like you need to do.
Hit him 10 times in his back and shit like that.
Okay, bro. Like, he on the ground.
They took the weapon that he had, concealed, where he was legally able to conceal it. Like they saw it, and then they got scared. They pulled the weapon from him and just started lighting his ass up. So I mean, hey, that was his judgment.
You want to come against the Centaurians, you go fucking get the consequences, man.
Yeah, what Scripture say about if you hurt Esau, even though he wasn't hurting him.
7 times 7.
Well, no, I'm talking about Lemuel, Lamech. That's a Lemuel.
We're gonna need divine intervention, man.
Lamech. You hurt Cain, and not even physically. You go up against his program. Esau can put you to death. That's he shielded from punishment. Absolute immunity. That was prophecy he was speaking, even though he was full of shit. That's not true. Because I think they challenged that statement that Vince made, Vance. But that was it was like spiritually it was true. Absolute immunity. That's like a truism he was saying. It wasn't just like the law he was citing. He was saying like, okay, this is a power that we got.
That's right. And they do have it because the Lord granted them that power, man.
If you kill Lamech or kill Cain, you're gonna get vengeance gonna be taken upon you.
That's right. I got that.
Can you read that real fast? Because he other quoted.
Yep, it's the book of Genesis, the 4th chapter, and it's verse 24.
It's for ISUPK.
Okay, and it says if Koyan or Cain, okay, which remember he's like a dagger or weapon.
Yeah, weapon.
Two ball Cain, traveling weapon.
Yep, shall be avenged 70-fold. Truly Lamech 70-fold and 7-fold.
Y'all know about that, right? Tubal Cain?
Yep.
What it mean in the Hebrew?
Oh,
Tubal
Cain. That's Tubal Cain. I'll get that too for you.
But just read that. I just want to make sure everybody's aware that Tubal Cain. The elders went into that years ago. Tubal means weapon of a travel.
Artificer.
We can look
Cain is Koyan, which is weapon.
So you got
because he's traveling around the world too, man. He don't. Yeah, man.
Fugitive.
Yep. He's going around. So this is why ICPK and you other Israelites. Because who else? You got what's it called? What's the other
the
group?
So-called Black Panther Party.
Them two.
They're gonna get into a gun battle, I guess.
Yeah.
Man, but we ain't got nothing to do with them guys. They do what they got to do.
You gonna fucking lose, man. Excuse my French, man.
Do. I mean, that's up to them.
4K. They're gonna lose in 4K.
He's gonna bring it.
Yeah, Con. So it says
you can only get but so many. I mean, before they take your ass out.
Yeah.
I mean,
they ain't fucking worth it, man.
Man, they got like $170 million budget. Man.
They ain't gonna send no men. They gonna send their fucking drones. You seen Boston Dynamics and shit? They gonna send one of them motherfuckers into your goddamn crib to fucking blow your shit up, man. You try to get away because Jake, try to become a
lot of that was just through 3D animation, but the point still stands.
That's right.
They have the capabilities to get the job done.
That's right.
Esau, he's a great deceiver too. We should go into that. his illusions, you know, and those videos came out before AI, but most of those were the 3D animations, you know, CGI. But Esau, he got the capability, you know, and just the technology's only going to improve. But the thing is, Yahweh Shai gonna stop his ass before he get to a certain point. He ain't gonna get everything he want to get done with the AI technology and going to AI for answers and all that to be the God, and you got to query AI for answers and for your daily rations. You got to go to AI. I don't think that's I don't think Esau gonna get all the way there. He gonna get to a distance, but Lord gonna fuck his ass up.
I got pictures for that right there. It says Psalm chapter 17 verse 13. Arise, O Yahweh El Shah, disappoint him. Cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword.
So he's gonna be disappointed, you know. Because Esau wanted the AI to make all the decisions for us eventually. That's what they say anyway. He could be lying about that too, because he's a great liar.
Yeah.
You know, it could be a bunch of people behind the damn computer for all we know.
Yeah.
You know, but he's a great liar. So y'all got to watch out and run the is what he say through, you know. Your own filter and research. Like one great lie is, you know, when you go to that the numerology that grammatia, something like that. Gematria. Yeah. A lot of those numerology guys, they purposely lie. Like they'll add words to a word to make it equal 666, or take away. Because if you just put the name of the person, it won't actually equal what they say it equal. They have to add something to it to make it equal the exact, like 555 or 666.
Yeah.
So they're liars. The numerology guys are liars. So you really gotta go into it yourself to see if it equaled up to that. No, I did a couple of them and it didn't equal the number. You know, like, oh, these fuckers are liars, man.
Ain't right.
Demons.
That truth.
They're trying to deceive people. The people they're watching video and then they'll keep repeating the lie. And that's one of Esau's magic tricks. Because people are stupid. They don't do the real research. What they say, what Nixon said, or if whoever said it, you can't tell a lie long enough, people believe it, or put it on television, something like that. Yeah. So that numerology, they got to add phrases and words to it to make equal 666, or to equal that number, you know. So whenever you go into that gematria, how you say it, you got to just go do it yourself and make sure it actually equals that number before you start going down the train of events to make videos about it. All right. Great deceiver.
Yeah, Khan. So it says Genesis 4:22. It says, in Zillah she also bare Tubal-Cain, an instructor of every, it says artificer in brass and iron. And the sister of Tubal-Cain was Naamah. So the Hebrew for Tubal-Cain, it says Tawabal Kwayan, meaning that will be brought of Cain. Going back onto the root Yabawal, meaning produce or increase or fruit.
Bring forth weapons, basically, right?
Yeah,
producing.
That's what he did.
Yeah, he bring weapons.
All types of metals and shit, you know.
Yeah. Well,
working with different types of that whole Smith work is nothing new in the earth,
right?
You know. So he's making all types of fucking weapons, arrows, fucking probably mega ancient compound bows and shit. Yeah. You know, all types of weapons, man. Mm-hmm. You know, that's one thing that the sons of God wasn't into, but the sons of the wicked have always been into those things, man. Yeah. You know, which is now is the Edomites.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, you see them further in it, obviously, in this new Roman system.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
They turn everything into a fucking weapon.
Which they blessing was the iron and such.
That's right.
Esau's technology is all created for evil. So it wasn't created to
have fucking fun
for man to help better man. It's created
to flourish
created to
mankind.
it's created for control, so they can stay in power.
That's right.
You know.
And everything good they use, even they weaponize, right? Mm-hmm. Even the goodly things that actually is better for mankind, they weaponize it, right? You know, fucking alcohol, you know, shoot, even like things like heroin and stuff like that. Like that comes from like the plant like that, and they fucking weaponize it, you know, put in the communities so people get high off of it and all that, you know.
Coca leaf? How you turn a coca leaf into pure fucking cocaine?
Yeah, tobacco.
Yeah, marijuana, right? Marijuana is simply a plant. You know, and look at how they freaking have that, you know, killing, you know, our people are fucking addicted to that shit, man.
Yeah, they said nicotine actually helps the body not get dementia. with your nicotine receptors, which are nicotines naturally what's inside of tomatoes.
Yeah, the whole medical industry in itself is used to weaponize. Like you would think the whole medical field, the healthcare system, you would think it would be to benefit your health or to promote better health, and it's not. It's the complete opposite. Actually, it's actually weaponized to keep your body destroyed.
Yeah, keep you on the pharmaceutical manufacturer. Keep you on products, basically.
That's right.
You got to. Esau runs a product-based business, so he got to keep you on the product.
Can we get the stand with our enchantments?
Isaiah 47.
Yeah, kind.
You know, Pfizer or AstraZeneca.
Yep. Bayer aspirin.
Bayer.
Bayer Monsanto.
Monsanto. Yeah, you remember Bayer? Like this is years ago. They had they got hit for freaking giving out a vaccine that had the herpes virus in it, or the AIDS virus, and it fucking injected like a whole bunch of people with and they're still a fucking thriving freaking business. You know when that shit went out? That was early 2000s, I think, when that went out.
This is why the Lord said, in these times, Ken, stand with thy enchantments, man. If you think you can fucking take over the world completely and have everybody subject to you, keep on doing what the fuck you think you're doing, man. Like the elder said, the Lord's gonna stop this man. At a certain point, he ain't gonna be able to cross a bound.
Yeah, he said when they do, they're just acting. It's performative. Oh, when something gets slipped into the pharmaceutical drugs, or one of them get like the Epstein files. That's all performative.
Yeah.
Like you think that they really wanted to hide those pictures and videos? They would let them the fuck out? No. Yeah. There's no we know people got power. We don't got no damn power. They let them out because they wanted to.
That's right.
Part
of the witchcraft, man.
Yeah, they want you to see. Like the Prince Andrew guy, the brother of the Imposter King, Charles.
Oh yeah.
He had the photo of him looking. I guess Epstein took the photo. Who the hell took the photo? Like who did Epstein take the photo? Probably not. But apparently he's holding some girl down in the photo. He's looking at the camera, like so. And then he look all embarrassed that he can't do interviews anymore. He got to go up to another castle and do what? What do they do all day? They do, I guess, demonic rituals. That's what I'm assuming. What do y'all think they do all day? Yeah. Do rituals and do rituals and drink blood, I guess. What the fuck else they gonna do? And what else do they don't fucking work?
Yeah.
I mean, we gotta work and get sick and cook food. They got maids. We got a full day schedule. They got, I don't know what the fuck do they do all day.
Do some ritual and then go golfing.
They lay in bed at night, think of a whole bunch of wicked shit, and wake up in the morning and practice it.
Yeah, there you go. Right.
And this is a part of the bread and circus. This is a distraction for what they doing. It's like the elder brother said. I'm sorry, go. They signing legislations all over the place. They putting these things in scriptures. They handing it out to each other, and then they bring it out in front of the Senate. And then new laws are being passed, like all this shit with the ice, ice, baby, all over the place.
Yeah, I saw like a clip, like the BBC would do, like Prince Andrew, the Apostle Prince. They'll have like 2-second, 3-second clips of him looking sad, put his head down. Like it's all fake.
It's performative.
It's performative. It's just for the like what? He looked sad. He was allegedly holding the girl down. I don't know what was going on in the photo, but holding the girl down, looking back at the camera. So did she just get abused? Did she get raped? When they running around the house having fun? They playing tag? They don't tell us nothing. There's no details to us whatsoever. They're just playing games with it. People are stupid as shit too. We have no details on the context of what was going on. But apparently in the files, he was holding some whatever age girl down.
You know what's funny too?
Or just touching her, not even holding her down, just touching her, looking back at the camera.
You know what's funny? So, there's a lot of women that help orchestrate some parts of that freaking that ring, or like that getting the young girls in, but they know women love advocating for other women, but they don't give no women. Women are hating all the men, the men for all this shit. But there's no hate for the women that's helping orchestrate and finding these young women, for that trafficking.
Oh yeah, they're feminists. Yeah, they're feminists. There's always Epstein.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Especially we was holding.
And they showed you people. They showed you people that they blew Esau head off. They blew Esau head off, and now they showing you that what they do despicable shit to children, and y'all people still going back and forth to work like nothing happened. They burnt out. There's nothing that Esau gonna do gonna make y'all people rouse up and basically try to change shit.
Yeah, he'll probably come out one day, hopefully he does, and come out and say that they actually worship Satan. Saturn, Satan. You know, they probably is gonna come out one day and just admit it, like, you know, or say that, you know, they'll make a scapegoat, like, oh, we didn't know he's practicing witchcraft. But that's just a key to saying that they're all doing it. Like Prince Andrew, they actually all are doing it. They're just using him as I guess like a level of excitement or something like that. They get off on, like almost getting caught, maybe. It's probably because they just let it out. Well, Psalm 64, right? Yeah. You say that? Psalm 64. They might get off on it, like almost getting caught. So, because they purposely let stuff out, you know, on purpose.
This is now declassified.
And somebody say there's a lot of perverts out. It's a lot of people that's young, that's like that's out here pedophiling. Yeah. Right? They on the what's the watch list? You know how they got the
thing. Oh, the Vegas law.
Yeah, they out here, man, and they obsessed. Like you said, they might be drooling over, oh, this is so great. Yeah. We gotta hire one, but he's not there. He's gotta be still alive. Because they get off on it. Like the other brother said, it makes so much sense that they behind the scenes they drooling over this shit. Look, now we could get our own plan up.
Yeah, remember, they don't think like regular people like you and I. They're like actually like these really sick demonic people. How could somebody think like that and do that? Well, look, they have a different mind than we have. All right, they're into prepubescent stuff. Right? They're into freakism and rituals and sexual magic, which is taking the innocence of an underage boy.
And another thing too is they weren't given no laws. They weren't given no moral compass, right? You know what I mean? They don't have the commandments like Israel has the commandments. You know, they're basically like a beast, right? That's why they're likened to a brute beast, just like a lion. A lion doesn't have no morals or he just does things through instinct. You know, he kills his prey, he slaughters. He don't take the time to cook it and do it. It's not meant for a beast to do those things, right?
He prays for his food, like
yeah. You don't pray for his food before he eats it. You know?
Well, you pray to Satan so he can get it.
Right. But Esau and these other nations, they are actual brute beasts, man. They don't have no moral compass. They don't have no laws. They don't have no statutes.
They do have a moral compass. It's just different from ours.
Evil.
It's war.
Evil.
It's different from ours. Morality is in the center, and then you choose based on the culture and law. You know. So Esau is a degenerate devil. He's a degenerate devil who can't be trusted, and he does not think like you and I. If you were Israelite, he don't think like you and I have remorse and compassion. He's a sick, degenerate Satan worshiper. Like if you worship Satan, your mind is constructed differently. Okay, that's their God, and they have this duality in their mind where they think they can escape, but they know they're going to be destroyed at the same time. They think they're going to escape to space. They want to escape to space underground bunkers, but then they know that they're going to be destroyed by fire. So they like, okay, what is this? They got the what? Zuckerberg. And that could be a decoy anyway. He gonna build the bunker, but he gonna be somewhere else. Zuckerberg, you know. Remember, Esau's a master. He's a master deceiver.
Wait, what's that called? Sleight of hand and stuff like that. Smoking mirrors. They have you distracted on this. They have you distracted on this while they're doing a whole bunch of stuff behind the scenes. So all this stuff that they're releasing, you gotta understand. That's all smoke and mirrors, right? That's all just freaking. Hey, listen, sleight of hand. You see, watch this. While behind the scenes, they might be festering something else up. You gotta understand. Like the brothers getting into, like Esau is a master manipulator, master deceiver. You know, he's very subtle, right? You know, he's very calculative. He's been doing this for fucking eons, man. He's been doing this for forever, man.
Ain't the BBC state media?
Yeah.
BBC state media, right?
Yeah.
So you ain't never gonna see this imposter Prince Andrew doing a full length. Well, you might see one, but like making him look like in a bad light. You know, they edit them videos based upon the state. You know, what the state says. State-controlled media. You know?
I got a precept too. We got the Isaiah.
Yeah, we get the Isaiah first.
So much.
Yeah, I know brothers holding.
So this Isaiah 47:12, it says, "Stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries."
Yeah, stand with thy enchantments.
It's a multitude.
All the sorcery, and I think it should be the same as the pharmakia. It should be similar.
In the Greek,
in the Greek.
We looked at it before, right?
Yeah, we did at one point.
Pharmakia was there.
You know, so that's
Pharmacus, one variation of pharmakia.
The witchcraft through
the ministry of drugs and sleight of hand deception.
That's yep. Yeah. You know, so they do that with you talk about the medicine industry and shit like that. Yeah. All these things that we're talking about.
They work together.
Yeah, they work together.
Not independently, they work together. Yeah.
All of it to dumb down the people, so you know when these things happening, you ain't gonna fucking do nothing like the brother said, man. Because you done coked up, drugged up, on antidepressants and shit.
Doctrined up.
Yeah,
Doctrine teaching. You've been taught for 20 years to be to let sodomy okay. You know, to say sodomy's okay. You know. And then the right do sodomy too. What the fuck you talking about? They got people on the right that do sodomy. Yeah. And the transmission stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, it's all the Democrats. Man, that's another witchcraft trick. You know? Oh, it's the Dems. It's the Dems. Man, it's both of y'all motherfuckers, man.
Dems.
The Dems. It's the Dems.
Look
We're a constitutional republic. We're not a Democrat democracy. We're a constitutional republic. You know?
Yeah.
This is word solid game they're playing.
Yeah.
You know?
Fucking word what they say, word jargon and shit, bro.
Republic, no, we're not a democracy, we're a republic. We're a constitutional republic. Yeah, like it make a fucking difference when they got an M16 butt to the back of your fucking face, you knocking your grill out.
Yeah.
We're a republic or a democracy, you get smacked the fuck up. And, you know?
Yeah, you got it.
Well, which one are we? A democracy or a republic? When your children are getting transported and separated.
That's right.
Same Roman army. Yeah, same
thing.
draconian measures.
Chain one. No, left, right. It's the same thing. They have different ideologies, different doctrines.
Uniparty.
Which really go back to the same doctrine, really. Go back to the so-called J, which they work together. They just had different religions, that's all. We're really the same religion.
Can we get
It's a front-facing deception. That they're actually
the land
different,
with the two
you know?
Oh, 13.
Yeah, it's front-facing, it's a lie, you know?
Yep.
They just fight each other. You know, what's the two Democrats and Republicans that went to Yale University? To us, they're enemies, but behind the scenes, they're friends.
Yeah.
Was it Kerry and Bush? Kerry and Bush, right?
Kerry
Skull
and
and Bones. Yeah, look that up. Just fact check that. Kerry and John, was it John Kerry?
Yeah, they went to the same
George
fucking
Bush.
school, man. And they graduated together.
And they both Edomites, and they both was in the same club. Because if you were a so-called white man, you allowed to go into those Skull and Bones.
Skull and Bones. Yeah, I was thinking.
Chinese person can't, to my knowledge, a so-called black person, Latino person can't enter to the Skull and Bones. They got to go to a different
another chapter.
Different chapter, if I'm not mistaken. You know.
And they got the Black Boulets, one of them, and then the other.
Got the Eastern Star.
Yeah, Eastern Star. Yeah.
I mean,
it's a Kappa.
Yeah, Cheney, not Cheney.
Dick Cheney.
Dick Cheney. They say he was really running Bush, but Bush, they call him Baby Bush, and John Kerry. Yeah. They both went to Yale University, if I'm not mistaken. We're gonna fact check that. But bring next precept up.
I'll bring a quick precept real quick. This the book Ecclesiasticus chapter 33 and verse 9. And or actually verse 10. It says, "And all men are from the ground. Adam was created of earth. In much knowledge the Lord had divided them and made their ways diverse."
That's right. Yeah, the Lord, because we read in the beginning of Genesis, it's not just saying that Adam and Eve were the first fucking people on the planet, man. No, there are other people here, but the Lord made Adam. You know, basically gave him the law, statutes, commandments, man. Gave him a certain way that made him distinct amongst the rest of the people, man.
Yeah, the trees in the garden.
Everybody else was like brute beasts, basically, man.
But what it was like they're saying his image.
Yeah.
Image of the angels.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that means their ways. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. Having law and order.
Yeah, that's right.
Right?
Yep.
The ways, everything about, which is really supposed to be us now too. Is that what? Everything about us is completely different. Total opposite. Like the elder said, like to worship Satan, your mind has to be wired a certain way. This is why also the 2/3 of the nation of Israel are so easily influenced by Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, because their mind is wired to wickedness, man. They have no good thought in them to do any righteousness. All right? Because you got our people willingly in the bullshit. What's that one interview on the Breakfast Club that had Kevin Hart? He's like, well, they just think we eating babies and shit? Yes, nigga. Yes, we know you are. You're part of that fucking club. You got to do it. You know?
Bush and Kerry graduated. Bush graduated in 68 and Kerry graduated in 66. Bush had a bachelor of arts in history. And John Kerry had a bachelor's in arts in political science. So and they both were in Skull and Bones. Secret Society Skull and Bones at Yale University or Yale College. Yeah,
You got to be in the club, you know. But there's like I said, there's a certain mindset that you got to have to even worship Satan. And the Lord said, "Well, you stand with your enchantments, man. You know, because at the end you go try to, you know, do what you want to do. You have this double mind. You know, Scripture talk about a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. You know, this man is mentally unstable. Look at Nero. You know, look at Trump, man. Dude's unstable. He's He's gonna be like a madman, sparing none. You know." Coming down with great wrath upon you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Because that's what he was made to do. Okay? Esau's the sword of the Lord, man. And our people getting caught up in that shit. Y'all, any more on that about?
Yeah, Bush was the Republican and Kerry was a Democrat.
Yep.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, that's that uniparty.
Same party. Same. They went to the same fucking school.
Yeah.
You know? Believe in the same shit.
Bipartisan.
It's just, like you said, it's all in the fucking act. It's performative, man.
Yeah.
To make you think that you have some type of freedom or choice and what the fuck's going on. You have nothing. You have no choice of what's going on. You just there to fucking follow. That's it. Any more on that?
Yep. Oh, going back, and it says, in much knowledge the Lord had divided them and made their ways diverse. Some of them hath he blessed and exalted, and some of them hath he sanctified and set near himself.
That's right.
Right, which the Lord set what? The Israelites. All right, so I'm with the elect. All right, the sons of God. You know, you got it. What? The Israelites.
Yeah.
Okay, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You know, dealing with that patriarchy. All right, that's
right.
who the Lord, of course, had nigh unto him. Okay,
That's right.
And it says, but some of them, all right, being of Adam, right, he cursed and brought low and turned out of their places.
That's right. So some of them, at the end of the day, were fucking wicked, man. You know, you got Cain and Abel. You know, Abel being the righteous, Cain being the wicked. You know, and then you go into the history of Cain, all the shit. You know, his descendants, man, all wicked ass individuals, man. You know, setting up cities, declaring themselves as, basically as dukes, the Most High themselves. You know, it's all the spirits coming back, man. You know, but the Lord made a difference between us, all right, and them. So like I said, there's certain shit that brothers can't even fathom. This is why the Lord got the angels seeing everything. Because if we saw some shit, we probably bug the fuck out, man. All the shit that they're doing. Guess what? The angels are recording. And this is why when we have them new bodies, we're going to be able to see what they did. And the anger of the Lord is going to be fueled through us. You know? Because they're doing some shit that brothers can't comprehend, man. These bodies that we have, we saw that it'll break our minds, man.
Nervous breakdown.
Yeah. That's how wicked and evil that shit is, man. The left hand is no fucking joke. You know? But we know that the right hand is greater, man. You guys appreciate that? God,
This is the book of Jeremiah 49:10. It says, "But I have made Esau bare, I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not."
Yeah, because even we got the what they call the people that bring out the truth of whistleblowers. Okay, you got whistleblowers, but then you also have the elders saying Esau's a fucking liar, so he a lot of these so-called whistleblowers are set up. But it's still to expose this devil. So all things fall in line with the will of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bashim Shai, man. At the end of the day, now the whole world is seeing how evil this motherfucker is, and that we're not just talking out the side of our neck, man. You seen what he's into, you seen the wickedness, and it's only gonna get more freaky and weird, all right, before our Lord comes in on the scene, man. That's just how it's gonna be. It's gonna get more freaky and more sci-fi and fucking weird, man.
And everybody got a phone.
Yeah.
Back in the 30s and the 40s, it was only journalists that was able to report the word. Now when something happens, you get an angle from each side. And they can't scrub it out fast enough.
People can record, and the media can tell you one story, but then the average person can record what happened and show you what actually happened. That's what happened with those two individuals that got shot up by ICE. They try to come up with a story, but everybody had different camera angles, man. And it's all to expose this devil as a fucking liar, man.
Because his power was in his secrecy.
Yeah, that's right. In his secret, he do what? Persecute the poor. But now it's coming out of all this laws and legislation that this devil's doing. that's been on the books, and more shit he's gonna write to persecute the poor, which is the Israelites, man, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. And you people gonna have nothing to do but just accept the shit, man. When all hell break loose and these cities really go to shit, Esau already had that in plan, all right, for the people to rouse up. So when that time comes, he just brings the RFID chip and you go fucking submit to it, man. It's all a part of the plan. But these people think that they got this devil in the trick bag. Well, we gotta find some more. No, you don't know shit. You all in the trick bag. If you don't got this word, if you don't got the words of Yahweh Bashim Shah, you don't know a goddamn thing, man. You don't know what's really going on. You're lost. Okay? Lost in the goddamn sauce, man.
Yeah.
You know? Some more on that, brother?
That was it.
That was it? I know you was holding something, brother.
Yeah.
Well, the scripture say how the things that Esau searched out. Yeah, because Esau he'll say, oh, it's 13 bloodline family. We don't know actually know how many bloodlines there are. Yeah. You know, but Esau, he puts the information out, but it's a secret society, so you're not gonna ever know like exactly exact numbers and times and dates. But he exposes himself purposely, and the Lord exposes him. So we got enough information that we need to know.
You know, so-called sons are illegitimate sons they have, man.
Yeah.
That they pit here. I'm gonna picture here. Yeah, adopted.
In the Roman time.
Oh yeah. In the Roman times, adopted. But even now, you had the small mustache man. He was a fucking Rothschild. You know. You don't think they? Come on, bro. Like you don't think they set that man up, bro? Yeah. You know. Also, like I said, different illegitimate sons and shit all over the earth. Yeah. You know. You got Elon Musk. I think that nigga is he's one of them. Their children.
Well, Trump, he go back to Germany. Trump. Yeah. His name is German. He's German.
Yeah. It's all a family. It's a family of function, man. Yeah. You know, and they all doing wickedness, man.
Well, when all his casinos and investments went belly up in AC, I believe it was one of the Rockefellers actually that bailed him out. So that's supposed to show you who he has ties with. Ain't no Rockefeller just coming up in there to
man, just to help you out, man.
Yeah.
Deutsche Bank.
That's a family affair.
That's a family affair. And that's why there's so much inward fighting, because there is a lot of illegitimacy in there. That's why they be fighting. Because they want to keep things as pure as possible, but some of it gets all mixed up, and then they start to, go at it.
Infighting.
Yeah.
The Egyptian against the Egyptian. That's they're brothers, man. Fighting against each other, man. That's all prophecy, man.
Yeah, Esau loved killing, mass murdering, so he loved world wars. So he's about to have another one. Esau's going to be the head of it again.
That's right. That's right.
Wholesale.
You want on to the Revelation?
Yes, the Revelation too. Yeah, that one too. Yeah.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 13, and it's verse 11, and it reads. It says, "And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth.
That's right.
And he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon."
That's right. So the appearance of him was soft, appearing like he's for the people. Those how you say it in ancient times? What was the
plebeians and patricians?
Yeah, plebeians and patricians.
Yeah.
Now you got the Democrats and Republicans, man.
Yeah.
You know, making the people. And it's really, the so-called average Edomite believes in the shit too, but they are, like I said, the children of the wicked are more wise than children of light, man. You know, a lot of them realize that this shit is fucking rigged and shit. But versus these so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans who fully believe in the system, the Lord's going to destroy your dumb ass, man. It's been shown time and time again that the Electoral College is people that they set up, so you can't even. The people that you get up in there are juiced in
your district and
shit. Oh,
yeah,
you're not getting into a fucking office unless you juiced in. Yeah. Because even if you are somewhat like so-called free thinker or independent, for you to get any further into things, you gotta do some shit, man. Yeah. So you have to be juiced in to even come up to office. You think fucking what's her name, Parker?
Yeah, I seen her face to face.
She do some.
Remember, she been in city council before she became the mayoress of Philadelphia.
Exactly.
And prior to that, just think of what university and who recruited her from that.
Yeah, what sorority she's a part of. I'm pretty sure she's part of a sorority. And they all them shits they do the same shit from the Skull and Bones to the black boule, the sororities, the fraternity. They all do the same bullshit, man. Yeah, Eastern Stars and shit. You know.
You got different Masonic.
Which the leaders of our people in the society have been all a part of those things, man. You know.
Psalm 64. You read that already?
Nope.
Yeah,
I got
Get that after.
Yep, it's also the book.
Hold on. We just finished. It said he spoke as a dragon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It said his appearance was soft. It seems like he was for the people. Now brothers talking about the draconian aspect of him. All right. Dragon really goes back to the word serpent. Okay.
Cruel. Dragons are cruel animal. You look at a Komodo dragon, it fucking swallows its prey whole. You know, no remorse. You know, that's what the devil is doing, man. He's coming down with great wrath. You know? So he may say, "Oh, we're gonna help you pass these laws."
Serpent is more subtle than all beasts of the field. So he comes with that subtlety. And then when he gains the confidence of the people, that's when he strikes.
That's right.
Right when they least expect.
That's right.
No, it's a technique. That's how he lives.
The serpent is a very cruel animal, man.
Right. You don't even detect the snake that is there until it's already bitten you.
Yeah, striking. Yeah. The worst ones is the constrictors, man. Breaking every bone in your body while you're still alive, man. You know, this is a cruel animal. So the same thing with this devil, man. He's cruel. He'll tell you all these things, soft words. Can you get that another one?
Smoother than butter.
Smoother than butter. Yeah, kind of. You know, the war was in his heart. You know, because in his mind, he's really there. Like Elder Basie said, everything he does is not for the greater of humanity. It's for a fucking weapon, man. Yeah. It's for evil. You know, but our people fall for it every single time. You know, the Mayor Parker, she said we was gonna fix the schools, but now they about to shut down 20 schools.
Yeah, they shutting them down and turn that into Bracy real estate so that people can live in.
Yeah,
they did with William Penn.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Temple, that's true. Temple, you know, invested in that.
But hey, but what happens with that? You have all 20 schools to shut down that's near the people. These kids gonna be out here in the streets, fucking rioting and doing whatever. Because Philadelphia's already full of hoodlums and niggas and shit. It's gonna be out. They're gonna be out in the streets and then they gonna come down with great wrath, man. So it's all set up, man.
Yeah, Jake into watching rap battles and freestyles and shit like. That's what hot chicken. That's pretty good. But hot chicken sandwich. But yeah, Jake be on watching rap battles and like. That's what they on.
Cassidy. What's the new trending beef between this artist and that artist?
Yeah.
What's the next thing 50 Cent gonna say?
Last rap heavy I was into was basically like, you know, with Skino Sparks and Cassidy and them, and then my rap maturity just died after that. Like North Philly rappers, and that's it. That's all. I mean, after that, I just like I fell out of love with hip hop.
Yeah,
you know, that's it.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing.
Good.
So when you go into the word, which is for dragon, which you know, which it said he spake as a dragon, and go back to dracon, which goes to a metaphor for a man, right?
Yeah, because he was known as a very cruel lord. You know, was just Trump is that cruel lord too. You know, look at what Nero did to the so-called Negroes, man. In the time of when we was in Judea. Yep. You know, he came down with great rap pen, Jake in fucking Colosseums of beasts for his own entertainment. Yeah. You know, this is the same devil coming back, man. It's obvious. And in spirit, if you're spiritually aware, he's doing the same shit that he did before, man. You know, he's the one to set up a UFC ring in front of the fucking White House.
Oh, the White House event,
Yeah,
for the 250 years of America.
Yeah, which we were in. You know? So, hey, I want to see it. I want to see what the fuck he going to do.
Yeah. I just looked up, too. We had 249 years and 7 months and a few days.
Yeah.
So I was just looking into that, and it's funny that this is the end of their era.
Yeah.
It's the end of their era. It's about to go down. Something dramatic is going to happen this year. This is the year of Jacob's trouble.
Crash. You hear people talking about the AI bubble and all that. You know, people overhyping AI.
Yeah.
You know, so that could be a thing. Remember, he's all about deception too. Yeah. So he could have hyped the AI thing up just to pull the plug on the shit, but still use it. You know, for certain things.
Yeah.
You know, like surveillance. Surveillance. That's like the main thing. and find fraud. It's fraud detection and surveillance.
Yeah, but at my job we have this camera, man. This shit is. Esau got tech that's far above what these people can comprehend, man. This shit look for blocks and can zoom in on your face like the movie Eagle Eye. You know, the average company, 400 company, tower building, they got that technology. They can see you from 4 to 7 blocks away. You know, zoom in on your face, see what type of clothes you're wearing, your facial features, all that shit, biometrics, all that shit, man.
Collecting all that.
Can detect to see if you have any type of weapon on you. You know.
Look at the MetaQuest glasses, man. They're freaking just regular ass fucking glasses, man. No bigger than fucking my glasses right now that can do all kinds of different functions and things like that. Record audio, like that shit pops up on the fucking screen. You don't even fucking know it on these glasses.
That's the one. Yeah, that's another one Esau. He puts a lot of technology out there, but not all of it might stick. So he's trying different ideas to try to get us sedated and get us into their program, or just get us like indoctrinated. You know. And so you gotta try different things. You got the AI, got the virtual reality. So you gotta keep putting stuff out to see, see what's gonna stick.
People too. Yeah. So the more that the society or populace is inundated with all this tech, and some of it is planned to fail. They like you said, they're like it's like trial runs.
Right,
They're basically beta testing this fucking technology
with the populace
in different forms. Because a lot of this technology is old anyway.
Yeah.
Before it sees the light of day, they do all the real, tests and stuff like that.
30 years ago.
But then they got to do human trials. Or they got to test it on the masses.
It's like that term.
But it's all really beta trials. That's why even with these damn cell phones, they got y'all in a trick bag. Why is it that every year a new goddamn cell phone got to come out, bro? And what really changes? The camera? Well, what really changes?
Charging port?
Yeah. How long the battery lasts? That's all basic shit should have been done 20 years ago.
It's like that.
All the features they add is shit that should have been added already years ago, but they keep playing with your minds. So what do they charge you for all that crap?
Yeah, subscription based. That's what they're trying to get everybody.
Right. You don't own nothing and be happy.
You are on a subscription if you keep upgrading your phone.
That's what it is.
De facto, it is a subscription.
Well,
it's pay per year or pay per 2 years.
For that?
2 year subscription.
There really isn't anything as a contract no more, but there is. It's just it's a silent contract. Because once that phone, let's say you get into a deal for 2 years. You can trade it in early and upgrade for a reduced price. So that's like a silent contract they're trying to lock you into. They're playing on your psyche. Well, if I hand my phone in, because in 2 years, a lot of times some phones are going to stop working anyways by design.
You get tired of it mentally.
Right.
You want a new phone. They're conditioned to get a new phone. Mentally.
That's contention. That's a play on your psyche.
And they create bugs to slow your phone down.
Storage always getting full. Storage always.
Well, that's another angle.
I gotta get this app. Then it start growing and growing and growing. Oh shit! I might as well get a new phone.
You gotta get a new phone.
I just factory reset the shit.
Upgraded
but then
storage.
Or the iOS system is no longer functional. It's obsolete now.
Right.
People are holding on to like Windows 7 for fucking years, man. Years after Windows 10 came out and all that.
Windows 7.
Yeah, they had to put a stop to that.
And they're like, listen, y'all, we're not supporting the shit no more. All right, y'all have to fucking upgrade.
Nobody
Windows
wanted
7
that
was
shit.
like the best operating system, man.
That was a major thing. There was a lot of people that did not want to upgrade to that. To that XP bull.
But that's how they got people to fucking finally change. Like, listen, man, it's obsolete. You can't. It's no longer functional.
Hey, that's what they doing with cash.
They
making cash obsolete. They already announced they're not printing no goddamn more pennies. And they had already programmed y'all, they had already programmed people during the scandemic. If you don't have exact change, you ain't getting nothing back. So you better pay with that damn credit card. Or mobile payment. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, they said they also charge you to kill you. All this damn radiation. They fucking assassinating us, man. They turn around, this fucking people getting sick. The fucking they got everything wireless.
The towers.
Yeah, the towers.
Electromagnetic field.
Yeah, they put a lot of those different 5G towers. I've seen one. They rent out spaces, right? It's on top of one of them, Home Ave and X Factory. They got it on top of the building, the apartment building. This is all outfitted. So you got pre-existing structures which they're repurposed.
Well, you got to create a grid. You got to create a grid.
Right. See?
A cell. And then 5G got to be closer to the environment, closer down. You can't have the 5G like the 4G towers and all that. You got to be closer to our. Wait, have one over there? No, that's far going. Yeah, you got to be closer to the ground. The 5G. So. Yeah, again, it's not for so you can be I can download a gig in 2 minutes. No, it's so you can be you can be closer to the network. Yeah. So you can be eventually plugged into the network.
Right.
It's not just for our convenience.
And it's so advanced now. That you don't even have to be connected to any of these networks. If these local networks detect or almost like ping the phone, they know you've been in that area. You don't need to hook up to no goddamn network anymore.
With the Kings, no Kings protest. They knew that you were in the area because they had vans. They said they made it public. They had vans that it was a false tower, basically. That they can tell who's in the area because it will divert all traffic to that van.
And remember, they were doing those president emergency alert tests on everybody's phones too the previous year, and then they went ahead and they forced everybody to have that contact tracing installed in the phone. You didn't have a choice about that either.
Yeah. For like 2 months you could deny it, and then all of a sudden it's automatically in your fucking phone.
Right, like you would literally turn it off. Brothers were still getting alerts that you've been in an area where that 19 was detected. So they showing you, we watching you, you know. But we already know you. We already know.
If you took that that jibby jab, and stuff. With these new towers, 6G, they said they be able to turn on whatever the fuck they have in you. So like I said, not only that the 5G is getting closer from being above, it's getting closer to the ground area too. Because they want to control the minds of the people. Because that charagma is not just going to be something that they just pick in you, and it's going to be by itself, as the scriptures say, but it's going to use to control the masses, man. Frequencies control everything, man.
Yeah, it's an Outer Limits episode called The Grid, all right, from the 90s, that series.
Yeah, watch it.
And basically it was the AI controlling the people in the town, all right? And the towers kept going up, Like, where are these towers? The towers was getting their signal from the AI headquarters, and the AI was basically controlling everybody through the frequency.
Yeah, like the Kingsman movie.
Yeah. Well, you see, they keep remaking the same movie over and over again. It's not no damn new movies. They keep remaking the shit. Either from the 60s to 50s to 40s, 70s, and they keep remaking it with a different storyline.
With newer technology, newer CGI, or newer. Just the visuals.
Like
visuals
Avatar's not new. They keep that came from something else.
Yep. So I'm gonna go back to the Revelation 13:11, right? Going into Dracon, right? Which it goes a fabulous kind of serpent, which obviously the serpent dealing with a sly and cunning man.
Right. As a matter of fact, the dragon is also symbolically representative of wisdom, but on the left hand.
Yeah.
Right? Scriptures talk about be wise as a serpent, but harmless as a dove. So serpent is also representative of wisdom. Their wisdom, though, comes from the left hand.
Keen sight, being able to see,
Yeah.
Well, even in ancient, in the eastern world, when you go into the dragon, there's always a wise, but a wise animal. Like Mulan, she's supposed to be like a wise person. A dragon's supposed to be like a wise, feared, revered animal. But they also dibble and dabble into magic.
Yeah, you got to be able to see.
Yeah.
To get the wisdom, you got to be able to see. That's how dragons have big ass eyes.
Yeah.
They be able to see. They see everywhere. You get wisdom through your sight.
Third eye, and all that. Yeah, so it say, fabulous kind of serpent, perhaps as supposed to fascinate. Right. And when you go into fascinate, it means to bewitch or enchant.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. So this society enchants the people, But also, like I said, he comes down with great wrath because he is that serpent. The serpent is a cruel animal. So he comes with those soft words like the lamb with two horns. But then he stabs you behind the back. Matter of fact, we got the scripture of the words with oil.
I got it.
Smooth and butter.
55.
Because this devil, he'll butter you up. But scripture tell you, never trust thine enemy.
Yep.
You know?
You got it.
Psalms chapter 55, verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart.
That's right.
His words were softer than oil, yet were drawn swords.
Yeah, because oil and butter, they're supposed to give nourishment to you. They're supposed to be soft. So the things he's saying is supposed to make you feel good, supposed to do good unto you. But what? War was in his heart. To do harm to you was his real intention. So this devil, no matter what he has for the people, AI systems, different AI jobs. You got now. There's a thing online where AI is paying people to do shit it can't physically do. And shit, all these things is not for your betterment, man. It's for your detriment. And our people are giving into the philosophy, being bewitched by this devil, man. That's why our people don't have no problem. They won't have no problem when the time comes when the RFID chip or the Neuralink, which is the mark of the beast, is going to be implemented. Yeah. You know, they're going to see it as a way out, as a gift. You know,
well, like I said, that's the problem with Esau being in power, right? It says the wicked are in power. You know, when the wicked are in power, the people mourn. When the righteous are the people, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. The wicked are in power right now, so every little bit of technology right now that's being used is being used to evil. It's being used to your downfall. So like, you would think that some of this technology that's being used would be used for its good, but it's not. There was a little freaking stupid meme I seen. It's a common meme. I think it's from Star Wars, where it's a guy and girl talking like that. And she's like, hey, we're doing this for this, right? And he just gives her that look, and then it goes back to the girl, and you know what I mean? I'm talking about there was an AI thing, and the girl was like, hey, so we're using AI for cancer development and everything, right? And it goes back to the image of the dude, it goes back to the image of the girl, and it shows like a widespread picture of her like breasts, like not exposed, but just big ass breasts, basically showing that the technology is being used for fucking folly. It's not even really used for anything beneficial, But yeah, so it just goes to show you, man, that's just a low level thing, but this technology that Esau is using, like AI, like ChatGPT, although it could be used for good, Esau's in authority right now. Esau's in power, so the whole realm of things is just for wickedness and to further enslavement and further entrapment, right? We already know that the things that AI can do and how much exceedingly better it's getting at, incorporating people's faces and the words they're speaking. One thing about AI right now, and I think this is specifically, I think they're trying to make it seem like it's easy to detect. I think that they obviously have AI that's way more undetectable, where you can't tell. AI, you can tell a lot of times with AI because it's a little bit glossier, right? AI doesn't get things right all the time, like hands or mouth movement. But that's just what the everyday AI that people are using. That's not like government, what the government AI got, or the facial recognition that the government that is using, They
just got the one called C Dance that just came out.
Which is funny because it's talking about the Minority Report. Those 3 fucking things in the damn pool was basically like AI, basically that's what that is. It's just a very enhanced, a life form that was able to use predictive, measures of how you say statistics, basically that this person's probably gonna kill this person based upon what the interaction that's happening,
Right, and wait,
Or there was a merger of transhuman.
Right.
Yeah.
Brain and AI.
Yeah.
Right. Didn't that end up being the plot twist was he was never really going to actually do it? They lied because they had a hit out on him.
I think so. Yeah.
He was set up.
Magneto set him up.
Yeah.
The sodomite that played Magneto.
Yeah.
The original Magneto.
Which proves that technology, even in that movie, was disingenuous.
Yep.
Now, when you go into that term, artificial, it literally means insincerity.
Yep. Which it's not to cut your point off, but if you go in every single AI movie you see with robots taking over, they always get their own sense of intelligence, where they feel like what they know is right, and then they basically take on whatever they want to do, right? You have an Eagle Eye, right? You had the movie Upgrade, right? That movie, the whole STEM, that movie STEM, that he started to say the AI was like, listen, this is where we're going. This is how I want things to be done,
Was the other movie where it was the computer that drew him there to the lab? It was a Netflix, or is it the AI was actually controlling the dude?
Upgrade?
Was it Upgrade?
It was called STEM?
Yeah. Because once he had the Upgrade, and then STEM was basically because then I think he plugged himself up to a network so that STEM could basically take all the world's technology and shit like that, and that way he had further control over everything.
Well, that's what he saw at once. I don't know if he gonna get there, but that's his plans.
Yep.
This going into that verse we went to earlier, but we need Yahweh Shem Nashah to disappoint him. So we can't trust this damn devil. Ecclesiasticus chapter 12 verse 10. Never trust thy enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
Yeah, when you have iron in it and it rusts, it's through. Even though you got some people that try to remineralize and try to, it's gonna it's bad, bro. You gotta throw that shit away.
You got a lot of Jakes, Judah mainly.
Yeah.
Foundation for Black Americans, so-called.
they
That's on the right now. You know, that's talking all this shit about, you know.
Oh yeah, the
Like the officer,
calling
like the Officer Tatum's and
yeah,
you know,
calling Benjamin Levi and them tethers and shit.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I mean, you got a lot of Judites, that American Judites that are on the right now, they're politically on the right.
Yeah.
They think that's what's going to save them. Yeah. So they've been, been on the Democratic Party for a long time. Now it's okay. Now they ain't do nothing for us. Let's go to the Republican side. It's the same. It's a damn trap.
Yep.
You know, it's not. You go to one plantation to the next plantation.
And that's reminiscent of the precept that we just read in the book of Revelation. Those two horns, right? But the dragon is at work. The serpent is at work,
He's gonna come down with great wrath.
and he's gonna come down with that great wrath.
You a so-called Negro Latino.
You're not more intelligent because you're on the right now. Because you're just as fucking stupid.
Yeah.
All right, you're probably stupider.
Yeah, I would say, yeah, you probably more.
You're not intelligent because now you're on the right. Now you're a Republican. Now you're more conservative. Now you see things like that. You're still just as fucking dumb as you was when you were fucking Democrats. You know.
He got a little more money. And now he's acting more funny towards his people, really.
PPA.
You know, and you rolling with the serpent. Right.
Well, he's rolling with serpent before.
Yeah.
But now he just went to a different side.
Exactly, yep.
Different side of the serpent's head.
Yeah.
Or the goat head.
Yeah, first you're on the back, now you're on the belly of the serpent. You know, you're still on the serpent.
The goat head. Somebody pull a picture of Baphomet. He's on the right. He's on the left side. Now he's on the right side.
The horn.
Yeah.
You know, that's the thing, man.
Did we read that scripture
Which one?
about two horns as a lamb?
Yep. Yeah. I can
Revelation,
read it again if you want to
Revelation.
hear it again.
Yeah, I got a precept for the brother that mentioned the witchcraft. This is Nahum chapter 3, verse 4. It says, because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcrafts,
It said the mistress of witchcraft,
which means master.
Now it's not George Washington.
You know, it's female. Yeah.
because this
It's always never the guy.
the daughter of Babylon,
And then
man.
they trying to change shit
So
up.
she's like,
It's not
she's
George Washington now.
been endoused and trained in witchcraft, man.
Androgynous
You think
goat.
these elites, they just got into it? No, this is centuries,
Passed down.
eons of
Occult
passed
knowledge.
down,
Secret
occult
books.
knowledge.
Get
Right,
it
and
from
it said
Sumerian
well-favored.
books and all.
Well favored, because you gotta remember, this with the left hand and the right hand. The right hand is for the Israelites. The left hand, them demons and spirits, Satan. All right, that's for the Edomites, man. So they've been favored because you had the Hamites go and do all these rituals and all this stuff, and that's what Esau got it from, Ham, and Ham kept it from the old way back in the time of Noah. Okay. Those ancient ways, they all done these rituals, but Esau, Edom has perfected it. Really, is because it was for him at the end, man.
Right, and it's going into the influence because this place is desired by many. That's why people still want to come here, right? These other nations, they idolize this place. Remember, there were other people, or there are people in other countries hoping that this guy would get elected into office.
Yeah.
Well-favored, well-favored harlots.
Yeah, there's somebody calling from Pakistan and say, "Oh, is
That's the
this
power,
Trump as president?"
right? That's the power of their witchcraft. That's the power and influence that they have over the world. And a lot of the trends that these people pick up really come from the West. They come from the West.
I hope Trump get elected.
Right.
I hope Trump get elected.
Economic trends, right, etc. They got their World Economic Forum. They got their summits. Who's really behind all of the pushing of these trends? Technological trends, social trends, etc.
Everybody's following him. Look at Japan and China. Even though they're leading in technology, who are they influenced by? They're influenced by the West.
The well-favored harlot.
So like I said, the spirit, like you saying in that scripture, that's true, 100%. Could you read that one more time, brother?
Yeah, because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot.
It's a
That
well-favored
came out earlier
heart.
too. But yeah, that
You know?
came out, that's come out. Yeah.
So you can't take that out.
That says the mistress of witchcraft that selleth nations through her
I
whoredoms
don't think we got through it though. But yeah, go, yeah.
and families through her witchcraft.
Yeah, the cell of nations. He's the well-favored harlot,
And I'll read it in the NLT too.
and these nations come and bow down to this man. Willingness. You got people in different countries willing to sell out to get the perks that America has, man. The military bases. If they're a smaller country, they're like, come and set up over here so we can have whatever technology because we're in a primitive state right now.
It's a better
It's better for you. It's got less ingredients. But you continue to consume that shit each and every day, it's gonna mess with your mind, it's gonna mess with your body. It's gonna clog your goddamn arteries just the same.
Plus you're paying to a corporation that still sells bullshit in the fucking West anyways, you know? So you go
It's called fast food for a reason, as they say.
Yeah, I think in Kuwait there's like all that shit too, like, you know, Taco Bells, all that stuff, you know.
Pops told me about that. He said,
Yeah, well, certain countries do have like laws that you can't import certain types of ingredients.
Right.
I know the European Union has like certain type of ingredients.
Right,
They don't use the high fructose corn syrup,
It's supposed to
MSG.
be. Like I said, it's supposed to be better ingredients, but the corporation itself, McDonald's corporation and the taco, it's still a wicked ass corporation that you're still funneling money to, so they can just feed the fucking the poison to the West. So
they're gonna get them some way.
It's the Western image.
They don't get you
Right.
on the food, they get you on a doctor. They don't get you on a doctor.
And we already know the
politics.
food. Look, the food is an industry and it's worldwide.
Yep.
And it's already been admitted that quality is not based upon the ingredients in it, but by its shelf life. So then people are getting poisoned too.
Right.
It's all about the shelf
It's
life.
in the air, you know.
Most of this shit is supposed to have a genuine expiration.
It's at different
Yeah.
degrees of poison.
That's it.
So
That's it.
you may experience the effects in a year, or you may experience the effects in 10 years, and then you're not even gonna know where it's coming from anyway.
Right.
That's why you can't sue them,
Right.
because like for autism and like the injections you get when you're a baby, the hospital shoot your baby up with drugs, but then they end up getting autism or another disease years down the line, but you can't prove that that's the thing that actually hurt you. Whether it was an injection or was it the food.
Yeah, your cancer cells develop and break down, and you get some sort of level for cancer. Well, there's no,
they'll say
pinpoint
there's no conclusive evidence that suggests that it came from this source.
Right, exactly.
But remind you, nobody was having these complications before this was introduced.
These industries and these chemicals and dyes, and these processes, and you put to make the increase the shelf life.
Right.
Yeah. You get whole milk. You go to certain places in Europe, you can get whole milk, but that's not heated. Yeah, the pasteurized. And I think I think somewhere in the Amish and the Mennonites, I believe they sell that too. I don't know how they get away with it.
It's raw.
They got rights.
You got some other rights.
They got rights.
called raw milk.
What's that? U.S. codes and such.
But that's why a lot of times they get messed up. They come on in there. There was story after story about them farmers in Pennsylvania, right? Getting their shit seized, having to pay fines, not being able to sell their goods because they're saying you're bypassing,
FDA stuff.
which the people up there don't want. That's the thing. They don't want that stuff. They'd rather take the risk with the whole pure food than have it being regulated and they don't know what's in it.
Yeah, they still be plowing with oxen and horses and shit. Yeah. I see me seeing women on that jump.
Yeah, I'm buggy and shit.
Plowing, breaking the ground up with the plow.
Yeah. Hey man, it's been an interesting couple of years because at the same time they're seizing property and all of that from them farmers. All those meat packaging plants was burning up.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Beef and poultry.
Yeah. Eggs, all that shit. They was all them chickens was dying.
Yeah, there's a theory about if it's the and there could be an injected theory too about the amount of they remember Esau's a master deceiver.
Right.
Like the reducing amount of that's packaging places and beef and chicken production. So there should be a certain percentage of produce produced and beef produced based upon the amount of production. And they're saying, well, because if production is down, how are they still producing the same amount of beef? Again, that could be all injected too to make us think that something else is going on that's not. But we know Esau's fucking the food up either way. Because Esau is a master deceiver.
That work.
Keep the energy high, level high, the activity high, the energy high.
Gotta make it. I gotta make it. Look, this industry is fucking wicked. Anybody talking about they want to make it, they gotta be a damn demon.
Yeah, it'd be like
wait tables and then I got an interview with this guy.
They show us a bunch of shots. They show the skyline, a bunch of shots. Then they show Jake on the corner fucking breakdancing and shit. I'm like, he then be like, oh shit.
Yeah, but see, the rest of the world is looking at America in a different way because a lot of people are going into the parts that they don't want to talk about: the homelessness, the drugs, right? Yeah, affordability. So all of this place has been exposed. It's like, damn. People are like, America's like a fucking third world country. That's not what we, know it to be.
Well, it says that
it's like it's been like this. It's only just progressively getting worse with the tent cities and people living under bridges. And
That the people were gonna cut.
You got Zombie Land here in Philly, Skid Row out in LA.
Oh yeah. Somebody just smoking crack on that.
Right.
You know?
That,
Right in front of me.
Damn.
like the brothers always says, it's basically a damn live stream every day going on. Multiple people filming it. You know? It's become basically an attraction itself.
It's its own attraction. Yeah.
Talk about that laughing stock in Nahum as well too.
That's what I said in Isaiah 13 that it said that people are gonna leave to go back to their own countries, man.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, guess what? That word of mouth is like, man, you don't fucking want to go to America,
Right,
man. You might as well just stay here or go to this other country. Don't go to America.
Yeah.
You know.
My Issachar right neighbor, he said because the electric bill, all the electricity bill, all these utilities gone up. I pulled us. I said, yo, how much do you pay this month, man? You know, 'cause I'm like, mine was crazy. He said, yeah, I paid like well over $400. I'm like, yeah, that's crazy. He goes, I was talking to my wife. I said, we should go back to Mexico. He said, we could have a place this big and bigger for 4,000 pesos, $230 a month.
Damn. See.
You ain't going to, because the thing of it is, yeah, it might be cheaper, but you're not going back to
You're
Mexico.
gonna make more money here.
Let's make it.
That's why I figured it out.
Yeah, that's why you come here and make as much money, and then you go.
Rich.
Once you got a big nest egg, then you go back.
You
Right.
go to the house.
Well, that's when they got you hooked.
Liberia, like
Because then you think about going back home, but you know you ain't gonna fucking make the money.
Exactly.
So now you hooked in staying in America, man.
Right.
Try to save up. Maybe I can retire and go back. And well, guess what? The Lord gonna destroy this bitch before you retire.
And that's the problem is you don't ever get a chance to build a nest egg because fucking this place be robbing you blind. Like brother said, man, with the fucking bill that big,
Yeah.
you know, you don't ever get a chance to put the money in the side to go back. You know.
You gotta cheat. I mean, that's the only way. You gotta cheat and find a way.
Yep.
And very few people are able to do that.
Right.
You gotta find a way. You gotta network, and it's very difficult.
Tiny times
You got the
You gotta fucking
mortgage,
cheat.
Right.
taxes,
Yep.
you got your
You gotta
rent.
cheat.
That's 3 bills. Healthcare. You ain't getting no
And
nest
don't
egg.
have a kid by a crazy crazy mom because now you got fucking child support.
Then don't get caught.
He robbed,
You gotta
stole, and
do all
cheat.
that and don't get caught.
Because he designed that system. So he's able to use the playbook, you know, and get away with it. That's why the scriptures say you get money to put it in a bag full of holes.
Oh yeah.
Somebody's always in your pockets. Let me finish this. It says all this because Nineveh, America, the beautiful and faithless city, this place is faithless.
Yeah.
You know, that's why they talking about the Einstein files and this and that, and they still can't figure out that this man is biblically Edom and the wicked in the Bible that the scriptures talk about.
Mind you,
They
they're
fake
saying
it.
this is a biblical proportions. Then read your fucking Bible,
Right.
man. You know, if you're saying this has to be ancient, biblical, then why are you reading your fucking Bible if it's ancient and biblical, man?
Something that haven't been seen since the Bible, the biblical times.
What the fuck are you talking? Like
Yeah.
these people are
because they
stupid.
they unholy.
First of all, what we're seeing now was very common and popular in Rome.
Yeah.
Okay? It was very popular in Rome, especially among the politicians, the elites. That's what they would do. They would have orgies, pedestry, right? They'd be into young boys. That's not uncommon.
Give me Nero, the party, all the Jews, all Judah had to leave Rome.
Okay, brothers already talked about this. A lot of that goes back to what you call sex magic.
Yeah.
Okay, and they got it from the Canaanites, the Hamites. All right? Sodom and Gomorrah was known for all of their foul, abominable behaviors. Remember, the scriptures say there's nothing new under the sun. It's just that now this place, America, it's very overt. It says they declare their sin as Sodom and they hide it not. So it's very overt. It's very in your face, right? It's more out in the open, especially as of late.
Look at Schooler, that rapper.
You know?
He's showing nothing but he's just straight up witchcraft, dealing with the Apollo and all the Santa Maria and such. You know, and he just a gangster. You know, basically from Kensington and such, through then getting used by the record industry to influence Jake to get into witchcraft openly.
Right.
You know, go back to praying to your Orishans, your ancestors, and all of
Oshun
that.
and shit. Yeah, bullshit.
Exactly. Yeah. You know. Yeah.
Yeah, getting into some old African gods and shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I said, Esau, he set up these people to have our people go lost so we can be in perpetual servants to him.
Yeah.
You know, because he knows he's the accuser of our brother, man.
Well, it says that he has basically separated us from, let us forget the name of Israel.
Yeah.
Let's put it out of, yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's part of it. That's exactly. They use their witchcraft to continue to cut us off from being a nation, right? Because their methodology, their mindset is, if they could turn Israel from their power, then there's nobody for the Most High through His Son to come back to deliver. Yep. That's his actual mindset. Okay, that's why he's, going hard, attacking us on a daily. It says that our battle is not against flesh and blood, but against what? Spirits and principalities, right? They tap into that left-hand side heavy, and them demons are giving them direction. You know?
That's like, that's to say the spirit, we're favored on the right-hand side.
Right.
And on the left-hand side.
we want to make it, man.
Yeah.
Shit. The brother, you said it earlier, they killing us on every side. Brothers just recently posted in the chat, like, the mission flour tortillas got a certain ingredient that is used by the rubber industry as a fire retardant.
That's crazy.
You know? Not to mention the different microplastics that we constantly are consuming, the different micro traces of pharmaceutical drugs and other things in the water, the barium oxide, aluminum that they spray in the air, chemtrails. We are a miracle.
Yeah.
We are literally a prime example that there is a power, a living power.
That's right.
Because we would be like the rest of the world if it wasn't for the mercy and grace of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. It says that if the time would not be shortened, no flesh shall be saved. All right, let me get through this. It says, the faithless city, mistress of deadly charms, enticed the nations with her beauty.
Deadly charms, because like I said, the lure, like you're saying, is beautiful, but it leads you in, and it's like a knife in your stomach after you give somebody a hug, man. It's alluring, it's beautiful, but behind it is nothing but death, man. People come to this country thinking they're gonna make all this money, send it back home, only to become a slave, man. Right. You know? They're depressed. Now you from fucking Saudi Arabia. You come over here and you have a great, clear mental mind. 3 years in, you're fucking fat, on antidepressants and shit. Trying to take you out. I literally talked to a Jake.
Yeah, it's only a certain percentage.
It was an Uber driver. He was obviously from Jamaica, one of the islands and shit. He's like, look, brother, I just had to turn to he said Christ and shit, because every day I wake up and I'm like, Lord, just please take me. And this is Jake, man. Yeah. So how much more of these weaker heathen, man, like, mentally. People are wanting to take themselves out, but because they got bills, got family, this, that, and there, they ain't doing it. So they just suffer with the things in America, man. It looked nice. Because Benjamin at one point was thinking like America's roads were pink with fucking gold and shit. But you come to find out that it's not, and this place is nothing but a hellhole. But you still gotta stay here because you got family. You don't want to die. You don't want to off yourself because you're thinking, oh, what about my children? Bro, this place is nothing but hell, man.
Let me say, this is why the spirit how about Shemal Shah is on us, because we got a point to prove now. We got something. We got leverage. And that's the truth. And everybody's looking at us. Oh, they remember your brothers go back. The elder brothers go back when 2007, 2005, 8, 9, 10. When they used to say, you out there with these garments on, with your mother's curtains. 2026, point proven. Okay, we out here, and what's happened? Everything we spoke, everything we was taught, and we was taught by our teachers, man. Don't renounce what you was taught. Stand firm in this thing.
They're saying the conspiracy theorists, which they labeled us as, are damn, them tinfoil hat dudes, them dudes on the street was right. Yes, we've been right the whole time because it's the spirit of the Lord that was on us, man. It's nothing of our own thing. It's the Lord, man. Yes, we know we're right. And there's going to be the biggest I told you so in history when all these things come to pass, man. You don't want to take heed to it like we started earlier. So-called Negro, Latino, Native American, it's going to be I told you so. And we take the fucking charagma and the nuclear missiles come, the Lord going to have all these things flash into your mind. That what the men of the Lord told you, don't take the RFID chip. All right, don't take that Neuralink. Turn to the Lord, you'll be able to eat. You wonder why you fucking starving. You wonder why ICE is coming down and taking your children. Taking your children. Shit, we just talked about in Camden.
In these detention,
detention centers. Wondering why your mom's been missing for 6 fucking months. You haven't heard from her. All these things. Your daughter, you can't get her back from the detention center, and they don't know where she's at. They deported her from Idaho all the way to fucking Texas.
Yep, and every single one of them worship this guy.
Yeah, says where it
That's
was here,
That's
man.
exactly it. They don't have no hedge.
That's right.
Worship this guy. And if they were to walk past us, they would frown upon his image. And if I put this up, they were like, oh. They were like, they would say this is a false image.
Yeah, you put this image up, everyone's gonna say, well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter his color. You put this image up, it's why do you have horns on Jesus? That's a little spiritual. That's a whole what's it called?
Stronghold, man.
Not a stronghold, but
Let's say we shall laugh at their calamity, and in Proverbs 1st chapter, I think.
Yeah.
Proverbs 1.
Some mock when their
We
fear
shall
comes, man.
laugh when and this is part
on the floor to see if someone step
You know,
on it.
Lord said what in evil is going to come upon them that they should not be escaped.
come by,
Though they
that
shall
doesn't-
cry unto me, I will not hearken unto them. So they're gonna say, cause you heard it on that one video with them in Camden. They're saying cardio ice and stuff. Ios Mio, Santa Maria, the Hindu goddess Shiva, whoever the fuck they believe in.
All of a sudden,
All right, they're gonna call upon the gods that they've chosen, and the Lord said, "What? They're not gonna save them at all in the time of the trouble." Matter of fact, keep grab there real fast. Jeremiah 11:11.
It's their God.
You know,
So what? They need to call on Jesus Christ to get their ass out of damn ice, the alligator city or something like that in Florida.
yeah, Jeremiah
Call
11:11.
on this treasure of Borgia.
You know, because this
They'll come down from heaven.
this God that you worship is not going to save you at all in the time of trouble. Not one bit. You know? You gotta,
all of this, they will not turn from their wickedness,
Jeremiah
right?
chapter 11.
All this.
They ain't gonna do it.
Jeremiah chapter 11, verse 11. Therefore, thus say the Lord Yahweh Shah, behold, I will bring evil upon them, which they have not been able to escape.
They won't be able to escape it. So all the death and destruction the Lord gonna bring, because you worshiping these all other false gods. Guess what? You're not gonna be able to escape the trouble, man. Keep reading.
Yep. It says I will bring evil upon them, which they should not be able to escape.
That's right.
And though they shall cry unto me,
Or however they may know to cry unto whatever god, Ios Mio, you know, Santa Maria, the Hindu goddess Shiva, whoever the fuck they worship, man. Okay, it don't matter. You know, you got in Philadelphia they pray to Allah. You know, they go cry upon the gods that they have chosen, but they're not going to save them. Keep reading, bro. Yeah.
Somebody should get Psalms.
it's like,
Psalms 96.
and though they cry unto me, I will not hearken unto them.
Keep reading.
Then shall the city of Judah be inhabited, and of Jerusalem go and cry unto gods unto whom they offer incense.
That's right. So all 12 tribes, they're gonna cry unto the gods that they offer incense, man. You know. But what's gonna happen unto them, bro?
That's right. But they should not save them
That's right.
at all in the time of their trouble.
So guess what? Jesus fucking Christ, man, ain't gonna fucking save you,
What
man.
it say? Levi and Simeon,
Yep.
instruments of cruelty.
Yep.
Oh, shall be
In their midst.
Yeah. That witchcraft that you doing, that damn voodoo, what's the other one? The Baharia, Santa Maria, all that bullshit. That's not gonna save you in the time of trouble, man. You know, you'll be able to do your little witchcraft and little magic here and get some type of gratification, but the Lord will shut all that shit down, man.
Yeah, that M16 rifle butt to the face is not this guy ain't gonna help you from that.
And that's if they lucky. That's if they blow your fucking brains out, man.
That's
You know?
melee drum, but if they had a cannon pointed at you, then you're done.
You know,
Well, they got zip ties and handcuffs
Yeah.
and transportation.
throw you one of them train carts and shit. You know, take you to a whole nother state, across the country.
Right.
You know, not having you be able to eat, drink, put you in a concentration camp. You ain't shitting in unsanitary
Diapers.
areas, man.
They got these women in diapers.
You know,
And some of them
because they got to
can't.
have their periods too, right?
Right. And they don't have you know,
Tampons and all
pretty
that.
much
Yeah,
all
man.
them different
Feminine,
feminine
cleaning
hygiene
products.
products
Yeah,
and such,
you're
right?
getting all types of infections and shit. Because a woman, if she don't clean herself properly, she gets infections, man.
Yeah.
Throw off all the whole body, man.
I would
gotta
hope
get
some
that
of them.
bread cool.
I would hope some of them are considering why they in this situation.
Yeah. But hey, the Lord said, well, for all these things shall come, but
Hope
they
they're
shall not
considering
consider the turn from their wickedness, man.
Because if that happened to me, I'm gonna consider like why I'm in a situation. Am I justified or not? So if I end up locked up in jail, I'll consider my sins remembered and like, okay, well,
Turn to the Lord.
well, I'm already locked in on the Lord already. But you know, bad things still gonna happen to us even if we locked in. So we gotta, you know, we're prepared for that. So when I end up in a concentration camp, or if probably am, but you know, I'm just gonna pray to the Lord that His will be done ultimately.
Yeah.
You know, because it may be because scriptures talk about the beheading and all that, and the persecution. So, of the actual elect, you know.
That's right.
And if I'm one of those men, then you know we have to go through that process. But you know, most of us are not going to get put to death. Most of the elect are going to survive.
Got a precept.
All right, go, yeah.
It's Revelation chapter 2, verse 10. It says, and this is Yahweh Shai speaking. So this is a direct command as well as a faith booster from the Lord. It says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison. It says some of you, not all of you. That ye may be tried. So it's a test. And ye shall have tribulation 10 days, right? Which could be 10 days, could be less, could be more. It's really up to the Most High, his timeline. It says, be thou faithful unto death. So even if that situation, the end result is, you know, you basically become a sacrifice, right? A martyr. It says to still be faithful. That's the key point. And I, meaning Yahweh Shai, will give thee a crown of life.
And versus the 2/3, because you rather suffer for righteousness than suffer for wickedness.
Who they praying to in them prison camps? Probably to this guy right here.
Hell yeah.
Well, that's why the brothers should get Psalms 96:5 real quick.
That's who they imagine in their minds, man. When they asking for help from on high, because it said in the Jeremiah that they're gonna cry unto me, but I will not hearken unto them. They go cry unto what they believe is the Most High. That's who they vision in their mind, man. You know, that's who they envision as their intercessor, man. As Lord Yahweh Shai. You know, but guess what? That's not him. You know, that image doesn't flash into brother's name when we call upon the names of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. You know, you call on Jesus, that's the only image that's gonna pop up in your damn mind, man.
Yeah. Well, if that image pops in your mind, these people don't fucking have any sense to realize that that's a demon in their head.
Yeah.
They're supposed to fight that demon.
Yeah.
They're supposed to. If that pop in your mind, you should right away know that's a demon. I gotta rebuke that shit. They don't know to know. They don't know to do that.
They let those pop in their mind. They actually imagine it. Right. They imagine this. Yeah. When we imagine the Lord, we imagine someone to look like this.
Yeah.
This is our imagination. All right. This is what we imagine. This is written in the scriptures. When 2/3 of Israel, when they imagine the Lord, they imagine this guy. Yep. And this is not written in the scriptures of the depiction of the Lord. Simply it's not. This guy right here, this is who we imagine because it's based upon what the scriptures actually say.
Right. It's an illustration based upon what's written.
That's right. That's right.
So this is the figure of the son of Yahweh. This is Yahweh Shai. Right, and this here is Treasury of Borgia. All right, he's known as one of the first crime families. He's the son of Alexander the third or fourth. What was it?
Pope Alexander the Sixth.
Six.
Yep.
All right.
How about that?
And he was the.
That's not a coincidence.
Yeah, 6. Man.
He was even in a video game. Treasury of Borgia. Well, no,
in
both of them. The father was in both. He was fighting both of them, right? Rodrigo and. Treasury, but we were both in that video game. All right, Assassin's Creed.
This is 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 8. Henceforth, there is laid up for you a crown of righteousness, which the Lord Yahweh Shai, the righteous judge, shall give me at that day, and not to me only, but unto all also. But unto all them also who love his appearing.
The elect.
That's the elect. And right now, that the elder brother was showing you those pictures, there's a description. And that's what you idiots been falling in the trap for. Because all these years, you know, us coming out of this world, we seen this image. But now, the Lord Yahweh Shai has got that spiritual veil off your head, of our heads, and he has shown us the way through other men that look like us. It's impossible to go around. We know we've been scattered abroad. We got the memo because it's in the scriptures. We know we've been put in different locations. How we scattered abroad and people been taken us amongst other nations. But now this scatter has caused us to look like other nations. All right. So now what is this based on? Faith and the Spirit.
That's right.
Yeah, we've been telling you for years that the so-called white man's a devil. Like, so I mean. I'm telling you that. Esau's the devil. Esau's the devil. You figured out when he came to deport your ass, now you figured out he's a Satan? Or you still worshiping him, but I don't know. Maybe they're still worshiping. Maybe they think it's a temporary setback. But we've been telling you for years and years and years that Esau Edom is the devil. Don't trust him. He's Satan incarnate. All right?
That's right.
He is not to be trusted. All right? His what says cast his down the righteous down from his excellency or something like that. Paraphrasing. The rich rule over the poor. James, somebody bring that out. What precept that you have?
Yeah, I got
I wanted James.
Yeah, but
Psalms.
Psalms. Yep.
It's the volume of Psalms, chapter 96 and verse 5. It says, I'll start at 4. It says, "For the Lord Yahweh is great and greatly to be praised. He is."
So that's who you're supposed to praise. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
Whom we have told you of. Every time we do a lesson, we start the lesson by giving all honor, glory, and praise unto the names of our power, which is Yahweh and his beloved Son, right? Yahweh Shai. And this whole message that we speak is built off of that. And built off of pushing the power, the name, and the excellency of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. This is all his will, his desire, his judgment. You know, we didn't come up with this on our own. It's through the mercies and the grace and the power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai that all of this is happening. That prophecy is happening. You know, that we've been made alive again. We've been separated from the rest of the nation. You know, right now we received a call, and hopefully we're of that elect number. But this is what we're trying to tell you. The Lord is the master architect. He's orchestrated all the things that you see before you. Trust and believe in him. And we got the history, we got the records, and the most important thing that we have is the historical and scriptural record, the Holy Bible. So believe in the testimony that is of Yahweh Shai. That's the record that you need to believe on. Go ahead. But it's clear to see that the rest of the world, especially our people specifically, they don't have Yahweh Shai. And they don't have that gift of faith to believe. Go ahead.
Yep, so it says, he is to be feared above all gods, for the gods of the nations are idols.
And that word idol goes back to the Hebrew, basically meaning worthless. All right? Or nothing of value. Because the idol that we just showed you, which is representative of a man that lived back in the 1400s, Caesar Borgia, he was set up to be that false image of the Lord. It says in the scriptures that the heathen opened the book of the law and sought to paint the likeness of their image. So they fulfilled that. They actually did that. And that was part of the Renaissance or rebirth era, Esau coming back into power, where he used iconoclasm, destroyed the images, the dark images that represented our people, the Lord, the Most High, and put in place his images. And through that, he put a great spell over the people, setting himself up to be the Most High, setting himself up to be the Son of the Most High. And that is a big part of why our people worship and honor the so-called white man as their God and their power than they do their own. All right? It says, Israel doth not know, Israel doth not consider. Isaiah, the first chapter? Because our people are stubborn and rebellious. But, you know, we in that great information age, so if you don't know these, you know, these basic things now, there ain't gonna be no hope for you. Gonna continue to believe in a worthless thing, right? An idol. And you're gonna get what's meat to you, right? Which is that terrible judgment. Yeah.
Yeah, con. And them idols, they'd be a knot, basically.
Yeah.
It'd be
No.
like, what is it? Well, they got all here, but all is unto or two. They got,
But the root, I think, is la'ah.
la'ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it'd be la'ah, right?
Yeah.
You know?
Oh no.
Right, a no-no, man. You know, to worship church race a no-no.
Yeah,
okay? No. You know? Simple as that. You know? you know, yum yum. You gotta get with the yum yum, right? All right. Yeah. So, for the God of the nations are idols, but Yahweh made the heavens.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah. So hey, I just said the Most High Yahweh is the master architect, and he gave the blueprint to his son Yahweh Shai, all right, with the rest of the elect angels to put these things into motion. Okay? Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is his name. Yahweh means he is or he exists. Yah is he. Hawa is existed to be. Ba Hashem, Ba is in, Ha is the, Sham is name. Yahweh Shai is deliverer. Yah is he. Yahweh Shai is deliverer. And he's coming to save his people, namely the elect of the nation of Israel.
Like they say, what we doing? We building the rest of the building because we becoming the body, and we ushering in the king. Howard Shah's coming back with the team to get us out of here. The first fruit of many Yahweh Shah is the first of many brethren. And we down here waiting patiently. That's why we ain't supposed to be doing that Black Panther shit. That's why we ain't supposed to be marching around here with whatever them artilleries.
Participating in them different protests against the ICE. Right? You just getting tracked. You know, they got a 17-year-old young boy, you know, I say, youngin'. He ended up going with a bunch of Jake in a car to one of those demonstrations. You know, with them demonstrations they set up. There might be a demonstration going on right now. You know, just to go and show you. They'll set, they got permits. They close off the streets and blocks, and they go on a procession, right? The scriptures talk about not to follow multitude, do evil and such. The Lord set up the sword, all right, for, of course, the wicked. You know what I mean? And our people, 2/3 of them are wicked and such, all right? They, of course, getting that information, as the brother was going into, using the technology. They tracking, you was involved in that. And then when they see you driving in the car, they pulling you over, and they, as they said, they'll racially profile you, okay? You sitting there like, what, I didn't do nothing. You did something. You involved with these different protests, with these certain things that go against their posterity. Their fathers, they're trying to reset up, make America great again, while you sitting there over there going against what they saying? Hell no. There's a lot of y'all, they gonna say they're gonna take you to another third world country, which they got what? Different agreements with, right? And what? You gonna be looked at as what? As what they call it, notorious. All right?
Causing treason.
Yeah. You know?
And if I may say too, that's what, you know, this is the ultimate treason what we do, but it's spiritual. It's not a fight physically. It's a spiritual fight. And they know this. That's why the elites ain't jumping out. They ain't gonna jump in the forefront and do what we do. Oh, they help, cause then they gotta share the wealth with the rest of the Edomites. You know? So no, they gotta hide. And they gonna hide even deeper, because what we're gonna do, we're gonna pull them out of their bunkers. And we ain't gonna just get put out. We're gonna tell you, wait right there till we get back. We're gonna finish taking them to everything. You going into slavery. You fucking the number one is the elites. Rothschild, you can name names. Rothschild, DuPont, Getty, Oppenheimers, Rockefellers. The big ones, the ones that ain't never lift this, that never
not lift their finger.
Never lift
let their money work for themselves, which is us, and all the resources across the world. All right, the strength and efficiency of the earth, the Khayal, all right, they use, you know, to work for them. We work for them, right? There wasn't Israelites that built America and built these kingdoms, and they took and stole it, right? Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it says that riches gotten by deceit, right, shall be translated to another people. And that's exactly what they did. They got riches by deception. That's how they took over the wealth of these different countries. You know? They put in place of gold and silver a fiat currency. And they took the gold and they took the silver. They set up them banks specifically for that purpose. They defrauded the people.
So true. Look at the technology right there.
You know?
You got the, what's that, the driverless car?
Yeah, the driverless car, yeah.
Yeah, like we see that.
Some of them been crashing out. I don't know why the hell you wouldn't want to get in that death trap.
They have a human next to it.
You seen that? That's all them cameras is taking intel.
Yep.
It's selling at the third party. All right? You know, which they can use that third party as a way of what? Circumventing what? All of your so-called rights, constitutional rights, right to privacy and all of that. You know? They're using technology. All right? You should never trust your enemy anyway. All right? That Constitution wasn't written for you. You know? Honoring you, Jake. He was in a damn slave house. All right? Look up True Family. These people go back to the damn Revolutionary Wars and stuff. You know? Brother, no, you know, you live out in them areas and stuff, Ogons and all them, Cliveden Street, you know, these different Edomite families. Remember the scriptures talk about how what, in Psalms what, 49 and 11, talk about how they name the places after themselves, you know? Yeah, so like, they don't want you here in these neighborhoods. I'm just looking at why is this park look so clean and it's in the middle of, you know, Germantown or something like that. Well, dude, that thing is historic for these certain big Edomite families that helped what? Establish Philadelphia, establish this, pioneer this place. You know, which ultimately is Israelites that helped build this place. All right? In them damn old ass houses.
And what they doing?
Houses.
They branching out now. It's called regentrification.
Yes.
You was over here all these your life. You grew up here in this area. Now they want your mama's, and they don't want your ass there.
Yeah.
So they branching out from that little area to another. It's shown in everywhere right now.
It's controlled. You
So
know, yeah, like the brother, he got that one area in University City. They took that and what? They took it over. You know.
All the high schools now, middle schools, elementary schools, large apartment buildings.
Here it says that his desires is hell and as death and can't be satisfied. You want to price Jake out of the area and take it over, basically in a hostile manner. And there's all this other area that could be developed and used. They just want to move you out so that they can move in.
Look at north. Look, we're right here in the gentrification right now. They're just building and building and building and building. You got
that building right there. They just started it like last year. It's all built up and already ready.
It might be prime real estate, whatever, because Esau be doing that shit all the time.
Yeah, that building's really going.
You know? I think there was a story. Well, there's a lot of stories like this, but I believe there was a story in Atlantic City where a woman didn't want to sell her property and they wanted to.
Isn't that one?
Yeah, and they built that huge thing around it. But there's a lot of stories like that. People don't want to move.
What was about? Old lady didn't want to sell it.
Yeah. That's the devil for you. Well, we gonna build around you then. Big ass fucking. Come on, man.
But that's good.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, in the grand scheme of things, but just highlighting a point, only a devil would think to do some shit like that. Because the scriptures talk about not removing the old landmarks, right? Go ahead.
They're not made to be right. That's why the scriptures is so accurate. And you idiots that's not applying it and not, you know what, it's not following suit. Because you know what, the number one prophet on the earth is Great Millstone, the apostle of Great Millstone. I don't care what you say. I'm not man pleasing, but it's accurate. We got Nathaniel Ray, we got General Yohana. Ain't none of them complying to the scriptures. They got their own filthy lucre. Okay? This is why this is happening. This is why we're not gonna call it infighting amongst us. It's called correction. And when you put out something, the spiritual what's that from Matrix? What the apostle always talk about? The sentinels. The sentinels is coming out and checking your ass.
Right. Scriptures say open rebuke is better than secret love. And nobody's exempt from correction or reproof. Nobody. I got a precept land back on basically us receiving the crown. Lord's will with those men. This is 2nd Ezra 2 and 42. It says, I, Ezra, saw upon the Mount Zion a great people whom I could not number, and they all praised the Lord with songs. And in the midst of them there was a young man of a high stature, taller than all the rest, and upon every one of their heads he set crowns. So we ultimately standing stiffly for the name of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is going to go on to say, and we defending the gospel in hopes to receive that crown. We want to be among those who are delivered, receive immortality, right? For us and for our loved ones. And it's the only way out. The only way out is to put your faith, hope, and trust in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. That's it. It says, and without the Lord, you're basically going to be X'd out. You're going to have to get in the kingdom the hard way. But that's going to be through terrible destruction. It says, and upon every one of their heads he set crowns and was more exalted, which I marveled at greatly. So I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? And he answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing and have put on the immortal and have confessed the name of the Most High. Now the brother said, about our elders and apostles, right? Who's notoriously known for pushing the name of Yahweh wa Yahweh Shai? The elders and apostles, bar none. All right? And that's the way we learn, and that's also our spirit, because we truly understand that this thing isn't about us or any one man, all right, or a group. It's about the pushing of the will of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. It's about knowing what the will of the Lord is. That's what we push. What the Lord is going to do. What Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai is about to do. His prophecy, His will, His word. But we standing firm in that. In the belief of it and what the Lord is ultimately going to do. That's why, Lord's will, we very well may be that hopeful elect. Because there ain't nobody else other than us really doing that. Even if you have elect among them different groups, you know, we actually outspoken about these things. Sincere? Yeah. Right.
Yahweh Shema Shah don't respect the person. Okay? So what the hell? How we gonna go around respecting people? You know, I rebuke every goddamn day in my mind. But to people like, yo, shall I really? Because these motherfuckers, they deserve, these places deserve pain for death. Yep. And it's gonna happen. Yep. I'm sorry, you had that?
No, you're good.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It says, and he answered and said unto me, these be they that have put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal. We want to be changed. We don't want to be in these chains of darkness forever. The rest of our people act like we always going to be in this situation. Nah.
My back hurt.
Yeah. Back hurt, head hurt, feet hurt. Your mind hurts. My mind hurts. You know? Shit. Everything hurts. Everything hurts. God damn it. You know? We got to get the official upgrade from Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. You know? It says they have put off the immortal clothing and put on the immortal. So there is immortality. Immortality is coming. First for the hopeful elect. Then the rest of the nation. Because the nation of Israel is the only ones that are never, once our kingdom is fully established, Israel is going to literally live forever. And our kingdom itself is going to be forever, even forever. A kingdom without end. And that's what we look towards. We seeking the kingdom of heaven that the Lord set in store for His people, man. That's what we looking to. When we ain't settling for nothing, we ain't settling for nothing less.
He promised us.
He promised it.
Man, he promised the elect, man. And He said, you endure to the end, the same should be saved, man. And how can you give up now? 2026, and our apostles been telling us, they've been scrutinizing, they've been rebuking us. And you can see it in the sincere men that's been doing this since 2007, man. You can see the ones that's still around, man. And it's beautiful to even been in their presence, man. You know, 2007, 2008, 2009, and up. Come on, man. Where you gonna go now? You heard the video. Yeah. Where I'm gonna go? Where you gonna go? Yeah. Back to vocab alone? Gonna go sit on this podcast? Yeah. This shit's crazy.
Them podcasts is failing.
Crazy.
Yeah, you better off going back to the spirit world if you fall out the street.
Yeah. Better. Way better.
You know, when the scriptures say, which we should get that scripture, turn from the plow. Because you either in this or you not. Get the lukewarm. We need that in Revelation. Right? Because remember, you got other members in the body, right? That, they seeing everything that's going on and such, and if they're not properly rooted or grounded, they're gonna fold. But remember, the elect is steadfast. They're gonna keep their first love. Yeah. So get the that one.
What's that got?
With the hand from the plow. It's not fit from the kingdom. And then the lukewarm. Get the lukewarm. You can get that first.
I got lukewarm.
Get the lukewarm. Go ahead.
This is Revelation chapter 3, verse 16.
Yeah.
So then, because thou art lukewarm, and neither cold or hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth.
Right.
And you can't. I'm sorry. For me, you can't be straddling the fence. Choose a side.
Yep.
Choose one. You know how he said, you gotta choose a side, man. Because either you hot or you cold, man. You lukewarm. Nobody wants you.
Nope.
No side wants you. Because you don't know what the hell to do with your mental. Yeah. So you might as well stay hot. You might as well burn. Yep. Add fuel to this fire.
Well, even the scriptures say, adding on to that a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways.
Yeah, I got you.
What
This
at
is,
15, bro?
Yep, this is Revelation chapter 3. I'll start at verse 15. I know thy works, that thou art neither cold or hot.
Yeah, how about Shabbat knows your work, man? He knows exactly what you're about, bro. And that's the terrifying part of this game. You know, of this assembly, this thing that's put together. This thing of ours, you don't know. You don't know, but Yahweh Shabbat Shah knows you. And he's like waiting for you to make, you know, to burn out or crash out, because he knows what you're going to be doing. But if you are one of his, you're going to endure. Because it's like Job. Job was one of his. And that's a prime example of how to be Job, man. Because Job everything was taken away. That's what's happening to us right now. All this worldly shit is being taken from us. And we are being chiseled.
Well,
I'm sorry.
Even in a figurative sense, because our desire is not in the world at all, one bit. We don't have to necessarily bear physical loss to be ultimately separated from those things. Mentally, we understand we can't enjoy our family here. We know this is not a permanent stay. We already are mentally, we're void of this place, mentally and spiritually. Yeah, we totally detach. Well, that's what the scriptures tell you to do. No man that warreth entangleth themselves with the affairs of this life. Don't mean we don't have attachments, but we have no desire to be here. We fulfill our responsibilities and our obligations, and that's it. We're not incensed and ingrained within wanting this place to continue on and building ourselves. No, we want this place to be thrown down as soon as possible. We looking for and hastening the coming of the day of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Right? Our mindset is geared towards how long, oh Lord? Even though we in that time, we in that season, we're at the end, we still thinking, come on, let's go, let's get it.
They were thinking that back then.
I ain't thinking about that. Hey, man.
Like, yo,
Yeah.
Now's the time, Lord.
Right.
It's like, wait a minute, Yahweh Shabbat Shah, when they were saying, is now you come to fulfill? After he got resurrected, like, yo, it's our time. They didn't even think about their spiritual powers, because they forgot that Yahweh Shah said that you're going to do greater things than I. And that's in this. These are the moments, Jacob trouble. Right. That's when it's going to happen. Those times, that spiritual power is going to be enhanced. Because we already passed 2,000 years ago, and this is our third year. It says 3 years.
3 days.
3 days, which is 3,000 years. This is going to happen. This is where it's going down at. All that spiritual power that Yahweh Shah said that we're going to do greater than him. Come on, man. It's going to start at the top, and it's going to enhance to the rest. And I'm about to say, we want to be those men. We want to stop bullets without hands, not without teeth. You know, the movie, I forgot what name of it, but we're going to really be doing it, man. I'm about to say, we those men. It's really going to be happening. Because there's things that's not written in the scripture that Yahweh Shah done.
Yeah, we got a small look into the capabilities and administrations of power that are potentially going to be afforded to certain brothers. Sure. Raising of the dead, healing, different forms of miracles, you know, great strength. You know, me and one brother were talking, it might be a superpower for certain brothers, even though they have to pass off in the spirit world. Let's say they are martyr or whatever. Their superpower might be that when Esau is persecuting them, they don't feel any pain. So Esau don't have the satisfaction of inflicting that pain upon them while they pass to the spirit world. Almost like Stephen. He was getting stoned, but how do you think he was able to absorb all that? He says with great authority and power. Stephen actually had spiritual power. And he could see the heavens open up, and basically he was going back to the spirit world.
And he had mercy, because he said, lay not this charge on them.
There you go.
And, I don't know if y'all remember the young Issachar woman that she said she had a dream.
Yep, I remember.
You want to expound on it?
Yeah.
They even said there was a testimony by our elder apostles, I think, that had to do with High Priest Ariah. When the cops came after him, they were hitting him. Was it High Priest Ariah? Am I getting that right? Was it King Masha? Salakia. And basically they were saying he was like absorbing them blows, and that he wasn't feeling none of the pain. Didn't take no effect. You know?
Yeah, so
Yeah, of course.
The Issachar woman had a dream that she was running from the military. This is what's been put in front of us. That's the Jacob's trouble. She ran into a barn, and then who saved her? An Israelite man from the Great Millstone, beat down the military with his hands, and she saving her.
Yeah, they were about to do her in bad, man.
Yeah.
Brother Graper and everything. She said she called upon the name of the Lord. And she said, I'm not gonna say who, but I'm just to say a man of great millstone popped up and destroyed all those men. You know, and she then turned to her and had a smile on his face, like everything was gonna be okay. You know, that power is gonna be allotted to the men of the Lord, man.
Yeah. Get real quick. I'm on. Ecclesiasticus 33:1. Real quick, because we gotta strengthen ourselves in these precepts and such, man. Because when you going through these different things, you gotta keep, like I said, your mind straight from what the promises of the Lord were. All right. So you know, because these things are happening right now. Like you had, like the pops of ice, they over there up where I be at. You know, I see literally with my own eyes, and I was even startled because I didn't even know they was there. You know, it was like they was hidden in plain sight at 6 in the morning, 5 in the morning. You know, I'm like, damn and shit. They in these parking lots, they sitting in these cars unmarked. They meeting in Pollo Compero. You know, the chicken spots. You know what I mean? Where the Latin tribes get together and eat. You know, at the school bus stops, right?
Yep.
All your kids is saying is La Migra, no immigration. You know, crazy. Go ahead.
The thing is, you don't even need to fit that description.
Yeah, anything. You a criminal by right, by what? Their description.
Yeah.
Right? Their statute.
By their biases.
Right?
Basically, they have the authority to be biased.
Yeah.
They could hold you if they want to. You could show them your ID and everything. They've been shown to do that.
Cartel. You know?
Yeah, they even had the Irish in the detention centers, and he was giving this account like it's hellacious, man.
So basically,
killing people off and all that.
So basically, if you don't have the covering of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, you're likely to get grabbed up. Now, if you do have the spirit and get grabbed up, you'll probably be released.
Or be there to comfort somebody who's
yeah. Possibly.
Deliver somebody, one of the elect that's in the situation.
But the rest of y'all, you getting snatched biasly. You give them a dirty look, staring at that direction too long, they might want to grab you up.
And mainly by your own kind.
Yep.
Yep.
Sellouts. Remember them people that work for ICE?
Yeah,
They put out a you know what? They needed
list.
how many people for that force? You know, you could get $50,000 sign on.
They said that was false.
Yeah, right.
They got played.
See?
They ain't get that much.
No, they
They got played by Trump.
They know
You have to stay there.
Yeah, you had to stay there for like 5 years to get that
Oh,
bonus.
you get the whole thing. Oh, that's normal. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
But it's probably maybe the contract maybe been not favorable. Normally, like you get a trucking bonus, like you got to stay there or you got to pay the money back, something like that. Well, I don't know. Did they get it up front? They say or no?
Then
it's a contract.
That's what they thought. They were gonna get it
Get
up
up front, but then they got to stay there for a certain time.
Actually read the contract.
So
they
it's
gotta stay
backwards.
there.
They got to stay there and then get the money.
Exactly.
If you leave before the time, you don't get shit.
Hey, and you know what? Speaking on that too, they have them self-deportation campaigns right now where they trying to be, if you come and to one of these centers or whatever, and you willingly, go through the self-deportation, they'll give you all this, benefits basically. And the scriptures say never trust thine enemy. You never know what they gonna do to you. Yeah.
You gonna have to take the,
and a lot of our people are hurting, so they're gonna fall for that witchcraft.
Yep.
That's what that is. That's they soothsaying your ass. Acting like they're your friend, right? Brother was saying earlier about the words being smoother than butter, right? But war was in his heart. Yeah, shit. There was a damn chop shop that was exposed out on the West Coast. I forget exactly what state it was. But people were donating. So you don't know where the hell you might end up. These people were donating their families or past loved ones' bodies, and they were chopping them up and selling their parts. Legs going for $500, heads going for $5,000, 10 up to whatever they were selling them for.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Somebody else can bring our precept?
we got that 33.
Yes,
Yeah,
right.
good.
Con, this is Sirach 33:1. It says, "There shall no evil happen unto him that feareth Yahweh."
Right. So hey, you gotta understand that when you put in these different situations, these scenarios, no evil is going to happen to you. Remember, it's a testing, all right, for your fidelity towards your power. You know, you got to prove yourself, right? Remember to talk about how choice men are proven what? For the furnace of adversity. You know, so we have to be put in these different places, right? In order we can what? The Lord gonna put that heat. You're gonna be baptized by fire, right? You're being put literally in a horrible situation. The heat is on you. You got, of course, what? Like they say about a burning wrath of multitudes on us, right?
Yeah.
But
It says, Sirach 33:1, it says, there shall no evil happen unto him that feareth Yahweh.
right, and no evil is gonna happen. Why? Go ahead.
But in temptation, even again, he will deliver him.
Right. So even in the temptation, the Lord's gonna bring that Hawashai or Palat, like that deliverance. Hatazal, right? Different forms of deliverances. All right, because remember, the Lord is a power that saves, right? His hand is not shortened, right? That he can't save. You could be in a damn detention center, shit everywhere. All these other Israelites, 2/3 through, they drugged up, beat up, teeth knocked out, you know, face smashed, ass thrashed, and what? You make it out of there because the Lord is with us. Right? He took so many, what? Peter out of prison, Paul.
Right.
Yeah. Or
brother got locked up. Angel of the Lord opened up the gates of the prison. And actually, the prison guard ended up getting converted out of that situation too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Even, you know, the Lord put a spirit on our enemies to treat us well.
Oh, yeah.
Compared to everybody else.
Yeah.
You know, a security guard be like, man, this man, he pretty cool, man. Give him some extra bread or some shit. You know? Oh, thank you. I appreciate you, man. You know? Who knows what the Lord's going to do in that time? But these are the type of things that will happen. You know? Have whole full troops look at you, look at these other guys, like, nah, he's cool. And then get these other guys and fucking torture those men, man. You know? But leave you back. You're like, oh, no, this ain't for you.
That's right.
You know?
And that's called divine intervention. We're
That's
going
right.
to need that.
Yes.
We're going to need all that and then some. We're going to need, it's going to be a miracle, man. The Lord's going to open up how, cause remember he said, you're going to go through it for 10 days.
Oh,
You know? You're going to be in these, whatever the tension, whatever happens, that's your lot. That's each inner man got their own straight gate. And that task of difficulty is for you, that moment, that's your moment. And if you survive, if you endure to the end, then you're going to be a pillar. Like it says, and you're going to be one of the ones that talk in the galaxies, man, forever. You're going to always be a talk of town. That's something we got to be looking forward. That's the promise. To enduring.
I'm on.
That's part of what I was reading in second Ezra as well, about those that stood so stiffly for the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. I didn't get to finish reading it, but Lord's will be able to finish that precept. I know y'all call for some things, so
I gotta appreciate that.
Yep.
It's Acts 18:1. After these things, Paul departed from Athens and came to Corinth and found a certain Jew named Aquila, born in Pontus, lately come from Italy, with his wife Priscilla, because that Claudius had commanded all the Jews to depart from Rome, and came unto them. Look up it's obvious implication. So I'm look at depart.
This is, we say we're going to be cast out of our houses and stuff.
Yeah, exactly right.
You know?
Also said you're going to be as pilgrims too.
Yeah.
Where there's charizo, which means to separate, divide, part asunder, to separate oneself, to depart, to leave, to divorce, to depart, to go away. Charizo. To place room between. To place room between. Yep, so that was a deportation of the Southern Kingdom from that city, from Rome.
That's right.
And they came into, it says, after these things, Paul departed from Athens and came to Corinth.
Yep.
So they were in Corinth. So he came from, so he had to take a ship from Italy, from Rome to Corinth. So that cost them money. Found a certain Jew named Aquila, born in Pontus. That's in Asia Minor, I believe, or over there in modern-day Turkey, in those areas. born in Pontus, lately come from Italy with his wife Priscilla, because that Claudius had commanded all the Jews to depart from Rome and came unto them. So now you can look up whether that was a let's say a relatively easy deportation, or did some people get killed. You got to do the research on that. But they made it up.
Deportation now. They fucking hauling us out in boatloads. Don't forget, it's Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. It's not just what they're saying. It's just Judah. You got that's how you know the small hatters ain't the ones, because they just say they one tribe.
Right. Well, some of them do say Levi.
Yeah.
But they don't recognize the Oberlin. You got to kind of be in the inside. Yeah. They only say Judea, because they continuing from the our ancient kingdom of Judea, Jew. So I mean, well, they're not. They're Edomites anyway.
They don't want to be together.
Right. Yeah, they don't acknowledge publicly that they're different tribes in Israel. That's more so like an inner thing. You got to question them. I remember this lady came up to the sign and said, "Who's this?" Levi. I was taught that I was from Levi. That's how I noticed. So in Wilmington. So Jay said that they were in Wilmington on a vacation. Wow. And Esau came up and said, "I was taught I was from Levi." So maybe her parents. I don't know where she learned it from, but But somebody told her that she was from Levi. So.
And if I may say, Jacob Trouble is going to affect the whole soils of America, man. It's going to go. It's going to go across the. How long is this state? How long is it? Yeah. So it's going to be Jacob Trouble going to be here, all body, and everyone's going to feel the effect of Jacob Trouble. As you can see, it's growing. It's multiplying. Oh. And when they enhance, you're going to know. I'm sorry. Oh, sorry. No, it's okay. Oh, because it's going to enhance. It's going to enhance, and then you're going to know a prophet has been among you. You're going to see those men the Lord preserve, and those men, women, and children, because the Lord is going to protect the elect's families. Yep. So and you got to be a friend of the prophet, you know, and that's scripture, because he says that a sin, charity covers a multitude of sins. Yeah. So you got to be charitable to the prophets. Those are the ones Yahweh Shema is coming back for.
Well, it says that people shall be willing in the day of that power. That's when normally people convert, in the day of that power. No. Or great like distress, and then the power. Then you're gonna have a lot of conversion. So maybe it is. A lot of Northern Kingdom gonna wake up, all the nation, but the Northern Kingdom, they're a little farther away from the center, from Yahweh Shai, because they into the idolatry, and there's more of them too. Tells you that in when the number the warriors were counted.
Oh, the lowest numbers one.
Yeah. But Judah had the highest number, but all the numbers combined, it had more than Judah. I think Judah had like 74,000 number. But all the other tribes had lower number amongst the warriors. That's the per capita thing. Well, go ahead. Yeah.
It's second Ezra chapter 45 again. I'm going to read down to 48. It says, "He answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal, and have confessed the name of the Most High. Now are they crowned and receive palms." So basically that glory, we're going to be given those new bodies, put on immortality, be given power, right? It says, "Then I said unto the angel, What young person is it that crowneth them and giveth them palms in their hands? So he answered and said unto me, It is the Son of the Most High." So Yahweh Shai is literally going to be the one to crown us if we have that number, if we're of the elect, if we're those men. It says, so Lord's will we are, man. That's an honor and a privilege. You want to miss out on that. So he answered and said unto me, It is the Son of the Most High whom they have confessed in the world. Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord. Then the angel said unto me, Go thy way, and tell my people what manner of things and how great wonders of the Lord thy power thou hast seen. So that's what we're standing out doing for you right now. Standing stiffly for the name of Yahweh B'Shem Shai, and telling the people of what manner of things that the Lord is about to do, which we've seen on a spiritual level. You know? Go ahead. Yep.
We're gonna experience it, man. Can you see those crowns? Another Akim that stands so stiffly with you out there, and we global now. But then we're gonna be on that one place receiving crowns.
It's gonna be a major crowning ceremony, man. You know, so we have a glimpse, we have an insight to what the beginning of the kingdom is gonna be like. First of all, us literally escaping that horrible indignation, that judgment of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. You know? That in of itself is gonna be glorious. To ascend into the heaven and be taken up into the chariot of Israel, our salvation. You know? Yeah. It's gonna be so great. It's gonna surpass the deliverance out of Egypt. And all of our enemies are gonna behold us and looking up, right? And simultaneously, they're gonna watch us ascend into the chariot while a missile drops on their ass.
That's right.
Hey, I'm the Apostle Paul saying that our enemies gonna be chasing us down, whatever situation we in, we shot bullets be flying at us, and we're gonna be ascending to the air, and then we're gonna, in that scripture saying Revelation, that we're gonna be afraid. When we land on chariots and we're gonna drop down to the floor and say, oh, the wadi Hashem outside, for getting us out of that mess. Do you know we're gonna be looking at our enemies? It says we're gonna behold the fall of our enemies, man. We're gonna look down, we're gonna see you through the glass floor. And through the, which is the ozone layer. And it have to be transparent, the floor we standing on. Or I know, maybe look out the window, how it's going to be. We're going to see you getting cooked. We're going to be looking out the side, we're going to look at you. You're going to be like, that's you're going to be like, the water. Salam Rayam.
You know,
It's super well done in that.
Man.
yeah.
Ain't gonna be no medium well.
Right.
Rare and shit.
Right.
Yeah.
You're gonna be cooked thoroughly.
That's right. I hate that shit.
Well done. Well
Medium
done.
Well done. Well done.
Yeah, well done, man. Tawaba. Goodness. Next preset?
Yeah, I got
That's all?
something.
Go ahead.
Yeah. It's the book of Isaiah 59:19. It says, so shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against them. So that standard is going into a divine intervention, spiritual power, you know. And, you know, through whatever situation a brother might be in, like, you know, we went into the internment camps, you know, martial law may be closing in. You know, it could be some wicked ass niggas, man. You know, because, you know, they're the enemies on this side as well. You know, so the Lord is ultimately going to, you know, lift up that standard, and, you know, brothers is going to be delivered for whatever, you know, situation they may come across, you know.
Yep. Get Sirach 34, Malachi 34 and verse 13. Or verse 12. Start at 12. 34 Sirach and 12. Yep.
So this is Sirach, chapter 34, verse 12.
You just read that and keep reading.
And it reads, I was oft times in danger of death, yet I was delivered because of these things.
Yeah. Mashak, continue.
Slug, 1 second. So starting from the top, Sirach chapter 34, verse 12. I was oft times in dangers of death, yet I was delivered because of these things. And the spirit of those that fear the Lord
Shall live.
shall live. Hold on. This is like,
You got the old English?
yeah. But, yeah, come.
Yep. You could speak.
This is Sirach 34 and 12. It says, I was oftentimes in danger of death, yet I was delivered because of these things. It says, the spirit of those that fear Yahweh shall live, for their hope is in him that saveth them.
Because the Lord is that nest. The Lord is the protector that keeps us from the shadows of death, the things of this world. You know what I'm saying? The corruption that this place holds. Okay? He's the one that's going to make you essentially a free
free from the flesh. And he's the one that nurtures you and builds you up. Okay, matter of fact, I had a scripture that I wanted to support, that I wanted to use as support. It was Luke, let me see. I believe, hold on. Luke chapter 62, verse 62. It was the one dealing with not turn away from the clock.
Oh, from the
9:62,
plow.
right. Yeah. I'm gonna read up. So this is Luke chapter 9, verse 57. And it came to pass that as they went in the way, a certain man said unto him, Lord, I will follow thee wheresoever thou goest. And Lord Yahushua said unto him, foxes have holes, and birds of the air have nests. So essentially what he's saying is that when you look at a bird's nest and when you look at a fox's den, that's a way of them going back to be, how can I say, renourished.
Sheltered.
To be, sheltered, covered.
It's a dwelling.
Yup, a dwelling is where they grow.
Cover your shame.
Right.
Yeah.
Essentially, like I said, the men coming into the faith, they're his babies first, working their way up. That's why when you have children spiritually, you're not supposed to push them away, because at one point you were those children. Okay? So, like I said, the Lord is saying that he's a nest. But the Son of Man have not where to lay his head. Meaning that the ways of this world doesn't bring you up the right way. You know what I'm saying? The ways of this world teaches you that homosexuals, the way of homosexuality should be acceptable. Okay?
Yeah, the Lord essentially, like I said, he ain't had no spot. He was just moving around. The Lord was on a journey, man.
Pilgrim.
You know, pilgrim life, you know? No certain dwelling place and such, on a journey, right? You know, our journey is what? The kingdom of heaven, you know? Yahushua, you know what I mean? Coming and taking us and delivering us from amongst these Gentiles, amongst these nations, where we've been scattered to.
And he said unto another, follow me. But he said, Lord, suffer me first to go bury my father. So this man is going to look back. He's putting the world before Lord Yahushua. Lord Yahushua said unto him, let the dead bury the dead, but go thou and preach the kingdom of the Most High. And he also said, and another also said, Lord, I will follow thee, but let me first go bid them farewell, which are at home at my house. So he ain't get it. You know what I'm saying? The guy ain't understanding what the Lord is saying to him. It pretty much went over his head. All right? And Lord Yahushua said unto him, no man having put his hand to the plow and looking back is fit for the kingdom. So obviously this guy wasn't fit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, real quick, read just the precept, Sirach 17 and 27. You know, he said, what, let the dead bury the dead. Read that real quick. You gotta understand, like, the Lord is the power to live in, man.
That's right.
You know, he look at what? He came that he can, what? That we can have life, what? More abundantly. Hayat, to live, to be what? Refreshed. What other words, hayat, is in that definition? To be made alive, right? Quickened, to be quickened, a quickening spirit. Yup. Go ahead, precept.
Said, Revelation chapter 2, verse 4. Nevertheless, I have somewhat against thee, because thou hast left thy first love.
Right.
You left your first love. What's your first love? This truth, man. All right. And you have a fair chance if you stay in this true love. Which is, what is it? They got this Valentine's Day today?
Yeah.
So the true love is the scriptures, right? Yeah. But you have a fair chance to get back in those bodies, the first estate. If you survive this, you endure to the end, you get the first estate. What was the first estate? The angelic bodies that's up there. All right? Yeah. So we got a sure chance.
Yeah.
Go ahead. So this is Sirach chapter 17, verse 27. Who shall praise the Most High in the grave instead of them which live and give thanks?
Right. So, like, hey, look, you sitting there worrying about the people that's dead. The Lord, what he looking for? Workers, doers. That's going to actually bring glory to his name. Okay, that's what we're doing right now. This is an assembly of believers giving glory to Yahweh, Vashem, Yahushai, Vashem Rachakodash. All right, you got all the different, what? This is it said be an altar in Egypt. in America, right? We are sacrifices. The Lord is seeing the praise. You know? Go ahead.
You put things behind you, the things that serve absolutely no purpose.
Right. As the brother had read the precept about, you got to put away the mortal clothing, right? Set thy house in order. That's what we're doing right now. And such. Flee the things that are what? Youthful lusts and things of that sort. Okay? That's what we all doing right now. Making ourselves ready for the marriage. To join together of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua in what? That crowning ceremony.
Yeah, ceremony. Yep.
Right.
Yeah, we're preparing the way for the king.
That's it.
Yeah, mortal goes back to death. Putting in the way the things that can cause you to die. You know, that starts spiritually first. And then we're going to go through that ultimate transformation. The completion of it is getting them bodies. Them spiritual bodies being changed in the twinkling of an eye, as the scriptures say. But it begins with the scriptures. Like the brother mentioned, getting your house in order. You know? Resisting the devil. Right? Examining yourself. You know, working on yourself. You got to work on yourself. It's a constant daily thing, too.
Joshua said, as for me and my house, we shall serve the Lord. You know, so that's the mindset you have to have. And your first house is yourself, this body. It got to be subject to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. You know, we're in the chains of darkness, but you got to try more to please the Lord in this body as much as possible.
Yeah, proving what is acceptable in the will of the Lord is in Ephesians. That's
right. Verse 28. Thanksgiving perisheth from the dead, as from one that is not, the living and sound in heart shall praise the Lord. Verse 29.
Yeah, so like the dead, like, look.
To prove that it starts with the scriptures, it says, there's a scripture loosely paraphrased about they believe on the scriptures and they believe they have everlasting life. I'll find it through the Spirit.
You want the gospel you're talking about?
I believe so.
I think John.
Yeah.
Yeah, John 3 and 16? No, that's all right.
Talking about this, search the scriptures.
Yes. Yeah.
It is true. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, read it.
This is St. John chapter 5 and 39. It says, search the scriptures, for in them ye think ye have eternal life.
In them you think so that's where it begins. Searching the scriptures, understanding that there is immortality coming, everlasting life. And there are some of us that won't taste of death. So we literally, from our inception in this life, will get translated, right? Receive those new bodies, and that's it. Gonna live forever. You know?
The man should rise first.
That is true.
We should follow after.
That's
to,
right.
To meet the king.
Yeah, those that were in this truth and that have passed on to the spirit world are going to be the first ones to receive that glory. Being in a chariot, receive that body, etc. You know? And they're championing that victory on our behalf too. You know?
Somebody say, and even the ones that be martyrs,
yes,
right? That you be martyrs in this truth. You got the first dibs up there.
Right.
I'm sorry.
And we read that in Revelation 2 and 10.
Yeah.
Be thou faithful even unto death, and I shall give thee a crown of life. That's a promise. That's a promise.
From the King Yahushua
himself, and we read it again in 2nd Ezra, the 2nd chapter.
That's right. The King's gonna crown you, gonna talk about you, then crown you, then drink young with you.
Yes.
It's a lot. That's a feast, man. It's a festival. Eat some good lamb with you. Remember, when he left, he didn't drink no more wine. Yan. He said, "I'm going. When I get back, I have to find the yan." Remember, he made yan. His mama made him make yan. His own mama. Mom, can you imagine? His mama was a wino too, like wine. Say, come on, man, can you make this good stuff?
Yeah, man, we need that.
You know we like yan. We like wine too.
Yeah.
It's good too.
Yep.
Best wine at the last moment.
So yeah, with the Lord himself.
With the Lord himself, yeah.
Man. That's an honor and a privilege, man. Go ahead.
This is St. John chapter 8, verse 51. Verily, verily, I say unto you, if a man keep my saying, he shall never see death.
Plain to the point.
Yeah, we believe that. We believe that.
Y'all check and see if it's still on. That circle just
Yeah, it's still on.
That's still on.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, how did I even conquer death? Right? You're the first of many, man. You know? And that's beautiful because a lot of Israelites were scared to die, man. Afraid to die. Now we got life that we may live. We got taste of that, the living waters, right? Y'all go to John the 4th chapter, talk about how, remember the Samaritan woman couldn't get that water. That living water that leads to everlasting life, right? Y'all can get that account too. Because that's ultimately, that's what we get. We getting a washing. You know what I mean? We getting the springs, the living springs, man.
Yeah, cleansing.
Right. And ultimately, it's making us what? Healthful. That whole, making us whole.
Healing.
Yeah, we was we was with all of the sores.
Yeah, sores.
Yeah. And now we've been made whole and stuff. The sinews is coming upon us and everything. We raising up as a nation. We saying we Israel. We not call we ain't calling ourselves as just I'm just a nigga from fucking North Philly or I'm from the Bronx.
And we standing firm right in front of our enemies
right.
too.
Right in front
And
of
they
them.
terrified.
Yeah, they come in asking us.
Yeah,
I'll be at my damn job. They asking me like, what's gonna be the next thing? Like, I'm like, what's up with you? Like,
You know I do something? Well, you know me?
Yeah, like they like on some prophet type deal and stuff, and it's like, dude, like, look, just sit back and watch.
Because you got the spirit, man. That spirit is upon us, man.
Right.
To give good tidings.
The
Yahweh Shemel Shah's giving us the sinew, the earth,
he putting them, he's sealing up the breaches, and he putting the flesh back on our skin.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm sorry, the discernment, you're right.
Yeah,
The discernment to be able to explain these things.
Yeah.
And it tells you, tell the world of your hope.
Yeah.
And that's what we're doing. We ushering in the King. Yahweh Shah is the name. Nathaniel Ray, his name ain't Jesus. Jeebus? No, it's Yahweh Shah, Mashiach. It's not Jesus, man. Y'all people, it's like you should know better, Nathaniel Ray, because you did it. We all witnessed it. Yep. Sometimes I have to go back and watch it, so I will never forget that you and Bunyamyan did this video, and our apostles know you personally. So we're not going off our own. Oh shit, we got this from them. No, our apostles didn't change the doctrine. You did. You got a briefcase. If you didn't, prove it. Show us your bank account. Show how you got your money into your account. We want to know, cause you know we out here. We want to. Where you stand? You standing with Yahweh Shah or you standing with the Edomites? That's it. We calling it as it is, man. Because our face ain't on the money. Our king ain't here. We ain't saved yet. We have motherfuckers like Genesis Hat Gang talking about we're gonna put suit and ties on, and now you want to show your head? Who you showing your head for now?
Yeah, they doctors.
Who you showing your head for now? This we witness these things, man. That's the problem here. So now when all hell breaks loose and your ass is not protected, because Esau, the Edomites, is going to turn on your ass too. Because you think they forgot what you was doing? You woke up some people on the comment board. Salakia, man. I'm getting it. I'm good, brother.
Yeah, man. Like I said, the day gonna reveal what sort these Israelites is and such. And you want to be as them precious rubies, right? You want to be as the fine gold and silver. Go ahead.
This is Revelation 2:26. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations.
Yeah, but you gotta overcome. There's different things we're gonna face. Remember, we talked about the hour. We gotta talk about the hour of temptation. We heading right into that. One thing with that Super Bowl stuff, I just kept hearing them talk about chips and stuff. And not Lays and shit. You know what I mean? That's what we, of course, leading right to, man. Everything is technology. The banks, they getting rid of the human you know, where you go into a store and it's a storefront and you go in there and bank. But nah, we don't need no physical card no more. Hey, if your cell phone break, oh, don't worry, just put everything on automatic payments, right? But everything is all what? Linked to what?
Digital.
To the digital system, okay? And it's all gonna be about your credit. And if you look, us for professing Yahweh Shah, is that a good thing? Is it a good thing? Yes, for us, but for the world, it's a bad thing. It's terrible. They look at us as what? As reprobates, evil, you know? These guys are speaking against the government, you know? Talking against the health system and everything that look, we talk against a lot of course, what? The different customs of the people is vain.
But the system, the ones that run the system ain't never been for us.
Right.
They ain't never done nothing for it. The scripture speaks about it. They're smooth and bold, but wars in their heart. Never trust thy enemies. If we keep to the scriptures, this is what's been guiding us to this point we at. The words and our apostles has been telling us over and over. Don't take our word for it. Right there in front of our apostles, I've heard them say, it's not me, Yahweh Shah sent you here. Don't take my word for it. Study to show thyself improved. And that's what we've been doing. Some got higher levels, because the scripture speaks about some get 60-fold, 30-fold, and then some get 5. The talents. Yeah. So it's not like, and we understand order. That the scripture said let everything be done in decency and order. So I'm only quoting scriptures. I'm not going with my vainglory. And fuck this society. This is the moment we're looking for. We want you to bring it down so Yahweh Shah can lift up the hopeful elect and get this shit over with. The scripture says you're going into slavery. He that leads to captivity shall go into captivity. He that kills with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here's the faith and the saints. Here's the faith, the patience of the saints, man. And we want to be the saints, man. We only quoting scriptures, man. We're not going for our vainglory. We don't want no money from you. We want the kingdom, salvation. And we need salvation. You know why we need salvation? Because we're in your damn hands, man. The Edomites can't even save themselves from the Edomites. They molesting them.
Yeah, they fighting at each other, man. Damn, man. These doggone tiny tops been winning all these years. They just finding it out. The clan guy tell you, this damn dude over there been collecting welfare and, you know, they in Lakewood, New Jersey collecting welfare.
Yeah.
You know, all that. What? Hey, be fruitful and multiply. The tiny tots being fruitful and multiplying and collected. They shopping at Aldi with you.
Yeah.
Right?
All their kids.
Right.
Mad kids with them.
Right.
But you can't have no food stamps. They get mad food stamps.
And they qualify because of their household threshold. What? They can qualify. So then when I can't, because I make 50,000, but I'm broken. I'm like, damn, I can't even get a burger today.
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta learn these secrets.
That's right. If I may say, elder brother, that's why we are charitable to each other. That's why that's why the ministry is growing faithfully in this truth, man. We're not looking out for the world. We're not looking out into the world for help. We're taking care of each other, and we do that. Very well. This is why we're not going to let the ministry be blameless of any of our own folly. Our apostles will run down on your ass if you're doing something contrary to what he tell you to do. They tell you to do. And you know what? And they're not going off. They're not going off. They're not going.
Yeah, they gonna provoke you to good works.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And just have you what? Just always self-examining and such. Whether our works be true and such, right?
Yeah, that's good.
The doctrine.
Yeah, the doctrine. Yes, not doctrines. Doctrine.
Yeah.
Okay? No S at the end. Alright? So you're gonna stick to it or you're gonna get the fuck out of here. That's it. And if you don't want to do what the apostle said, then you going against your own self because the apostle's not getting your crown. You contending for your own faith. Your own crown. I'm sorry, yep.
Yeah, working your own salvation what? With fear and trembling.
Yeah. Terrify. You gotta be we here to terrify you. We put the Lord, how does that go? We persuade man, the terror of the Lord.
The terror of the Lord.
Yeah. And he coming to jack your ass up. Yeah. I'm telling you, man, you and your damn family. Cause what you jeopardize your own family. You got all these responsibilities, but you all of a sudden you want to put down the plow. This is the first love, man. It's Valentine's Day. Get out here. It's like
how many of us is hyped to come out here today to see the sun?
Yeah.
Which is Yahweh Shai, really.
Gun.
It was cold, brick cold. I mean, I'm hyped. I don't even want to leave. You know what I mean?
Hey,
I don't even want to leave.
I was
It's
mad.
so
I was a
hot,
little late.
yeah.
Man. I was mad.
Brother
shit.
came, Shemaya Young from New York.
Yeah, it was crazy in the
Yeah,
negatives.
coming down,
with
bro.
with a wind gust of 40 miles per hour last week. That's that Chicago weather.
Yup, stop.
This is Ecclesiastes 12 and verse 13. Just to back up what the elder brother was saying. It says, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man.
This is our duty right now, baby. We standing firm. And who would have knew, man? I still say this day. And I hear Apostle Gabar say that. He said, I didn't know I was going to be doing this. But this has been, can you say fixation? Is that the word? This is something that we all feel ordained, bro. I don't know.
That I is being single.
Yeah, single.
Which this is our office.
Yeah.
This is our vocation, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So keep your eyes single, it'll be full of light, full of knowledge. So that's what you see.
And we see truth, man. We don't see nothing else, man. And I was arguing with someone before I left the house. Like, I mean, this is all I got. I don't know what the fuck you gonna do. The more hell break loose, you think the world gonna help you. The world ain't helping nobody. They ain't gonna know what to do with themselves because they ain't got this, man.
Nope.
This is what I tell you, stay prayed up. You that name, everybody else, it seems like they forgetting the name. That's why apostles, when they put out that decree, it says, Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shabbat Shokakadosh, Kodash. When that was added, that's distinguished us, bro. That brought us away from the rest. Now the rest gotta figure out what the fuck they're gonna do. Now what are you gonna do? Now are you gonna utilize the name or what? Because now it tells you it's been commissioned. It's been an order.
Well, it might not even work for you because the Lord said it, right?
Yeah.
Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, right? Because how you going all this time suppress the name, right? Try to be elusive and evasive when it comes to these different topics. You don't want to be direct. It requires us to rightly divide the word of truth. You ain't been doing that. How the hell you think you're just gonna hop up in there? You better hope you have the elect, because that's the only way. That's the only way. But that, I'll tell you what, it tells us to put on the mind as the elect. Is that the mind of the elect? Suppressing certain prophecies and dancing around what the chip is. Not just being direct with the name. You might know what the name is, but it says, how shall they know without the teacher? Right. Well, preacher, priest, prophet. How else will they know? And then you keep constantly saying Christ. It's like you fucking bewitching them people, which is exactly what you're doing. You might say that as a bridge to get them to Yahweh Shai. Because the world don't necessarily know our power by their names. Not really that there's an excuse at this point, because we've been said it, our apostles been said it. The scriptures say that this kingdom of the gospel shall be preached to all the ends of the world, and then shall the end come. We're at the end. So there's not even an excuse, even for those people that are following these guys. If the blind be leaders of blind, both shall fall in the ditch. Yeah, so you better hope you're the elect.
You only guided the 2/3 away. If they ain't get it, then
that's a shitty place to be. Why do you want all that blood on your hands? Why would you want all that blood on your hands? This thing is very delicate and deadly serious, as our elder apostle Gabar says.
Solomon is simile. That means serious, man. It's a serious thing. Just like when we do the Passover, it's serious. Do you know what the fuck was happening in the book, man? They was running. It was on their head. They was on their feet. Ready with their staffs, ready to get the hell out of there. They wasn't trying to fight. They weren't trying to fight the Egyptians, them tall ass motherfuckers with babies and shit. Like, how you gonna beat these damn? We can't beat the Edomites now. They got Gurkha troops. They got their name out specifically of their military now. It's called ICE.
Yeah.
They ain't hiding, bro. And they bold with it, because I remember when his first term, he said he was gonna send the military in. He said that. He had already thought what he was gonna do when Nero was in the first time.
Yeah,
45. 45, right? When he was 45, he already said what he was gonna do. You don't do what we say, you don't comply, we come to your door.
Yeah.
He wasn't gonna come personally. This that motherfucking McDonald eating ass ain't come out yet. He's still in his house, man. He's sitting out them other motherfuckers, and it's in which makes it spirit. It's
Right.
not. I'm sorry.
Well, you want to know what the spirit, the so-called white man Esau, Edom, the enemy, is coming in? Look no further than on September 5th, 2025, when he reassigned the Department of Defense to Department of War. So what was in his heart? War was in his heart. And he coming for the nations. He coming for the Israelites. He coming from anything, because he has that God complex. Anything that opposes him, right? He is coming down with that great wrath. And that's what he's showing you. He's showing you that wrath. And guess what? It's only gonna get worse from here. A lot worse. Y'all ain't seen nothing yet. But it's something to, to be mindful of. To be aware of, to be watching. It's gonna be bad. It says that for the lack of bread, men shall be invading one another. We didn't get to that point yet. But we're coming into that time.
Yep.
Wait till they shut off these cities. Wait till those major events. Wait till they start pulling the plug for real on this thing, which is what they're doing. They just doing large transfers of wealth. They getting whatever little bit they can left out of this bitch, and they about ready to close this shit down. Close it off.
What's it called? Liquidating?
Yep. Yeah.
Liquidation. Wholesale, bro.
And so they basically bleeding you people out by 1,000 cuts. Tiny micro incisions. And they gonna make that C-hit mandatory. It might be that, the end of this year they might do it. Yeah, really any days, right.
Yeah.
So this is 249 years they've been in rulership. I was just reading that earlier today when I was coming down the highway, and then this is in 249 years.
Well, the Lord said that he has put up his bounds that he cannot pass, and his days shall not be prolonged. So it's it. Lord's lifting up your skirt and revealing you, and the Lord is doing that because the next step is what? The destruction. Once you get revealed, then your destruction comes. All right, so you gotta keep watching, praying. If you believe you Israelite, you gotta watch, pray. Continue to be loyal to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. And the Lord's will you do those things, you'll stay acceptable in the sight of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. You'll be saved, you and your house. That's the mission, that's the focus. So we can end it there. Does a brother have a preset they want to close on? If not, we're just gonna close it out. All right, Honey Hawk with done, which means face to east. We're gonna give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Rakakadash. We're gonna give double honors unto our elders and apostles, great millstone who rule well, and a hearty, sincere shalom to all the hopeful elect. We hope this street ministry, this live lesson was edifying. To the next one, shalom.
Shalom.